Alright. Let's get started. We are back. We are on TwitchRP for the swearing in of Justice Peter von Karma. That's right. Justice Peter von Karma. He's gonna be sworn in today. Let's cut the music. Switch it over. And I left him on a bed. No text. Alright. Can't head around back anymore. Don't got the key card for that. I can, however, sign into the bar association. Still can't go around back. I'm so used to going around back to get a car from the bottom.
Hey, can you help out? Whoa! Hello? Nope. Oh, what? I cannot do that.
Let's grab our vehicle with the broken windows and all. And has no gas in it. Awesome. So, Justice von Karma is going to be sworn in today. Just because I'm a justice doesn't mean I'm not good at breaking the law every now and again. And with the speeding. Oh, I caught him. Kickthelids.live. What is that? What does that do? Seems to do live alerts. To Discord. Hold on. I know someone who would enjoy that. That wouldn't be a me thing, where I necessarily want to use that, but I know someone who would. I know someone who does need that. Hi, babe. Afternoon, Your Honor. What do I have on me? Oh. Ah. Damn it.
Where's the bad man?
I'm the bad man. I'm
Hey,
not
why
used
are
to
you
not.
the bad man.
I'm not used to not having a gun on me. I always have a gun on me. This is weird.
Yeah, but you're gonna be a justice now.
I
You don't
know.
need a gun.
Listen, my dad was shot in the head being a justice. I would still carry a gun on me outside the courthouse. It's a dangerous job still. And people still want me. From when I was SAO. Oh my god, doors. Hello? There we go. Doors are difficult. Okay, let's put the gun away. I think I also turned the heat on in the apartment because I can feel it and I'm sweating. See, this is why I need Cass back. So I can yell at him to turn the heat off when I'm streaming. I was gonna put the weed in here. Imagine setting off the courthouse alarm. Used to having a gun on me. Times. This is weird. Take two. Woo! Okay. Forget what the bathroom is in here. It's on the other side. Hi, Seth, whoever you are. Seth's Peter's dad. One of the dads. I can't change outfits in here because I'm not a cop. Oh my god, I didn't know that was a cop. Not having to go clock in and get one.
Steve Kylson.
You know I'm fired, right?
What? What did you do?
I'm being sworn in as a justice in 45 minutes.
Okay, so you actually cut out that, and what you said was, "I'm being sworn at," and I'm like, "Why are you being sworn at?
I'm being sworn in as a justice in 45 minutes.
Why are you following Dad's footsteps?"
Because they needed a judge, and god damn it, they need someone who has a police perspective for once.
Well, I guess I would like to say that you get shot less as a judge, but we all know that isn't true.
Yeah, I walked in there with a damn gun. And the Solicitor General went, "Why do you have a gun on you?" And I'm like, my dad was shot in the head for being a justice. God damn it! I'm not trying to, not trying to have the same problem.
Well, if you're clocked in as a judge, you won't set that off.
Well, I was clocked into the Bar Association, not the Department of Justice.
Oh yeah, you ain't gonna. Yeah, lawyers can't carry guns.
So wait, if I clock in to the Department of Justice, it doesn't set it off?
No, you're allowed a gun as a judge.
Oh, so I can wear one. Okay.
As far as I remember, I could be very wrong and it could go bad.
I have so many. I have so many outfits. I have so many PD clothes. It's not even funny.
Did you not hand in? Are you going to keep your uniforms in the wardrobe?
I got rid of some of them because there was just so many. There's so many
There's
useless
too
ones.
many.
Like
Well,
hazmat.
you're allowed to keep your Class A.
Oh, is that one? Is that one of the ones I got rid of? I may have gotten rid of my class A.
Well, yeah, because obviously for any future funerals or anything, you're allowed to still wear it because that counts, right? I think that's how it works.
Yeah,
a
you keep
while.
your service uniform.
For any future things.
If you
Because
speak
you
in
keep your
military
rank.
terms, in the military, you just get to keep everything. But
Yeah, you keep your rank because you're still sergeant retired. Like that's just how it is. Although I'm no longer chief retired. Hello, I'm chief. That's also my news.
yeah, you know who fired me? Your deputy chief.
Higgins is such a good choice.
I fucking love him.
I'm gonna train him up, and he's gonna become my mentor, and then eventually he'll take over for me.
I did see you only an interim chief.
That's till the 10th, and then I'm full chief.
Oh, then you're full chief to the 10th. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not keeping it forever. I'm 47 years old.
You make it sound like you're 100.
Well, I'm not keeping it forever. You know how long I've done this job for. I can't keep it forever.
Yeah, why do you think I can't do it? And I'm 24.
And I think James
Am
will
I
be
24?
a great.
I might be 26. I
I
honestly
think
don't
you're
know.
26. But I think
90,
James can't keep it forever. But I can't keep it forever, and James is a good replacement.
98. 24. Okay.
Everyone is clocking in. Must be something important happening.
Probably the justice being sworn in.
Oh, I thought it was just a penal code meeting.
It might be that too, honestly, because most people didn't know about the justice being sworn in. I walked in and Jenna saw me and Piper and they're like, and she goes, "Piper, you're back," and yes, and you're looking at the new justice, and she went, "What?"
Yeah, has Dad reacted to any of this?
We smoked some weed,
That seems right.
and now I have Jackalop's office.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on
Yeah.
Expo Bunker on the outside.
Yeah. Do you need an office?
Do I need one?
I mean, you could just kind of operate office hours on the grass, and then you could smoke at the same time.
I can hotbox my own damn office. Who's gonna tell me no? A justice?
That's a fair point. You can also hustle Paul.
I'll just use If I want to play pool, I just use James's office.
Well, that's a good point. Is that man going to be constantly hitting on you now?
Yeah, it's great.
Lord, what have we done?
Right, I'm waiting on Expo Bunker over Jackalope.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go and find my patrol partner. I should be at the swearing in.
Who's your patrol partner?
Fred.
Oh, it'd be nice to see Fred.
Well, he will be when I find him. He said he was going to pick me up, and I've been stood out here for ages. I think he might have stood me up.
Damn.
It's kind of awkward, to be honest.
Is Dad coming to the swearing in? I assume you didn't.
I-
You don't know because you didn't ask him because you didn't know I was a justice. Apparently.
Me and your dad, we sleep on opposite times these days.
I thought you were gonna say you guys sleep in separate beds. I'm like, whoa.
No. Just when I'm waking up, he's going to sleep, you know?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I'm sure that if he had a real problem with it, I would have received a text going, "Our son is the justice. What did you do?" Something like that.
He seemed very flabbergasted.
I think because you've always had such a view upon that the criminals can get fucked, prosecute the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
Whereas now you're going to have to be very much impartial.
Yeah, probably. We also had a lot of arguments together in closed chambers where he told me to get the fuck out of his courthouse because I didn't believe
Oh,
that his
shit.
job was
Ow.
important.
Okay, I just climbed up a wall. Well, I'm going to go find my patrol partner and also think about college pie, and I'll see you there in about half an hour.
Cool.
Bye.
Oh, hello there. Hey, welcome on in. So we have a penal code meeting, so we're going to be discussing the penal code. I need to turn the air down first. Holy shit. It is 77 degrees in here. What madman did this? Some psychopath thinks that the house either needs to be 72 or 80, and there's no in between. And yes, I'm putting on a hoodie, but I know it's going to be cold in a minute, and I don't want it to stand back up. All right. Hello. So what's being discussed today? I don't even know. Wow. Kind of want Doug there for a little bit. Yeah, moving house and dealing with things. There's drug trafficking, human trafficking, obstruction Alpha and Bravo. Addition of assaults and batteries of an LEO. Interesting, interesting. ATM tampering, its own separate thing. Grave robbing's its own thing. Interesting. I'm right next to Wendy too. Shit. Let's sit in our office for a little bit. We got a corner office too. So these are what's being proposed to the penal code. Adding violation of parole as a separate thing, which is nice because now we have parole. Now we have like proper parole. Like parole exists. So like we have people on parole. Hmm. This would be interesting. Interesting case right here. So I might help him out with that case, because that would be an interesting case to hear. I need to swap my laundry real quick. So give me 2 seconds. Then we'll get back down. Alright. I need to close the door. That's gonna get on my nerves. So, like, the good thing about living in an apartment, right, is having a washer and dryer in unit. So I can do laundry, like, in-house and shit. The bad thing is that we have a squeaky ass dryer. Wow, me and Wendy both walked out of our offices at the exact same time. That's wild.
Hello.
Hello.
Piper up? I want to say hi. Hi, I'm Lou. I don't think we've met.
I'm Justice Walsh.
Nice to meet you, Walsh.
And you as
That-
well.
My goodness, my radio is ridiculously loud.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Tends to be that way.
No, like literally all the way blasted in my ears. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Watch out. Just pull out a taser.
Don't.
Ah!
It was going for him.
What the hell? Is
I
that
will
supposed to be
take-
funny?
I will tase my son, Wendy.
Not in this courthouse, you won't.
I am a
Good to
justice
see you, though,
in
Wendy.
30 minutes.
Give him contempt. But you're
He's not
yet.
even a justice yet.
But
Damn,
Don't
yeah,
be
yeah.
doing that in the courthouse.
Yes, ma'am. It is good to see you, though, Wendy.
And you as well.
How are you?
I'm all right.
How am I?
I think
Who
the
the hell
taxes
is
are
this
paid on
guy?
the house.
Double check
Okay.
that. I d-
Hey.
Double
Byron was,
check that. Okay.
Byron was bitching about the taxes the other night.
Well, see, Byron always bitches about the taxes, but Byron never pays the
Is
taxes.
that right?
I have $500,000 in the
Right.
bank
Hey, what
account. I can
happened
pay
the
the
other
taxes.
day when you
I just don't get home ever. I
Shut
sit in
up.
my office. Things never change.
said something?
Good to
So
see
you
Fred.
have the
Said
household
something
bank
that
account,
was
right?
Like a little bit sussy. What's
The
it?
what bank account?
Shut up. All right.
Oh,
The cows in Walsh?
It was on
yeah, you have that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just put it in there
The
and then I can
cows
pay it.
in Walsh? What?
No, the Kyleson Walsh.
Oh.
Tell me what you said.
Wait,
Cows, not
what
in
the
Walsh.
hell?
Did you say there's
Shut up.
cows in Walsh?
That's what I heard.
same.
Please
How does
don't
that
put.
work?
Greg Gibson went up
Please
there.
don't put the cow in Walsh.
That's
What?
I don't know. That's
Please don't. Give me a second. I need to
That's
move.
mildly
Maybe we're gonna put
disgusting.
Walsh in the cow.
Sir,
No, that's even
who are you? And the 80s called and wanted their suit back.
I said when I first met him that he looks like Talon Fun Guy and Forrest Hawthorne had a love child.
Really?
Oh my god, he does.
He really
He actually
does.
does.
Honestly,
little
I
bit,
would.
yeah.
Chief
Except he's wearing white
Carlson,
I'm
instead
gonna
of
get
pink.
dressed for court.
Chief Carlson meet Solicitor General Bobby Blaze.
Hi, Piper.
I think.
Hi, Kyle.
Oh, hello,
Hello.
darling. You look lovely.
Hi, Bobby.
Hi, Wendy.
Hello.
Did you call me
Hi.
lovely or her lovely?
Howdy,
Yeah.
everybody.
You.
I mean,
I'll
hello.
take you to a
I've,
back
missed your
room right
face.
now.
Oh.
What?
Seth, aren't you
Nothing, Miss
married?
Walsh.
What did I just not hear?
Oh,
Oh my god.
I just got an invitation.
Is somebody hit? Wait, what?
Hello, Gaia.
Maybe you'd have to invite my husband at the same
I'm
time.
definitely gonna steal
Perfectly
one of those
perfect.
every day I see you.
That's fine. Oh, Taylor, I kind of you know what? This isn't good to say in front of my boss. Hold on. Let's step over here.
I am going with.
I told me and another justice that will remain unnamed kind of hotbox your cadet's car while he was on duty.
Oh.
Hey, it's just karma.
Just karma. You know it.
Boris, or was it Boris, or was it Gamble?
I was very high.
Okay.
Okay, was it the robot or the human?
It wasn't. It was a human.
Gamble.
Okay, it might have been Gamble. I'll ask him.
You don't forget Boris.
I definitely do not forget Boris. I would definitely remember Boris.
Welcome back, by the way.
Thank you kindly. I still
I'm
get to
probably
keep.
gonna piss you off with the amount of fucking subpoenas that we do, but
Yeah. Probably.
No, I think he's gonna enjoy them and enjoy criticizing them.
I'm going to pick them the fuck apart because I know the standards I teach.
I will shit on your desk.
I will personally rip every chevron off your body and shove it up your asshole until it comes out
I
your
expect
mouth.
gold stars on my subpoenas, by the way.
You better. You fucking teach the class. I'm gonna
good to see you
scrutinize
back.
yours the worst.
Bring it.
I actually can't look at the subpoenas yet. I have to be. Piper has to tell me I'm a good boy and wait.
Oh. I haven't been writing subpoenas. I have been teaching how to write subpoenas lately. So that's been my main focus lately is teaching. I enjoy it.
Good.
You know I'm a sergeant now, right?
I can see the chevrons. We are the same rank.
Yeah. What were?
I get to keep the title.
Ooh.
I'm the Honorable Detective Sergeant Peter von Karma.
Detective Sergeant Just Karma.
Just Karma.
Yeah, you need to every time you sentence someone, you need to say, "Just karma, baby."
Anyone want to buy a class 3?
Now I'm gonna get up there and introduce myself as Peter von Karma, Brutal, Kyles, and Jefferson.
There you
That's a
go.
mouthful. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna fit on the name plaque in your office.
If
I'm
we
very,
could,
very proud of you.
I have to start writing Expo Mocha on top of Jackalop's office. Okay.
Now, if your father could, look at his emails every now and then.
Which one?
Seth.
Seth Brutal Kyleson, get your ass over here.
It's not a huge deal. It's just my parole proposal. The document that I will be handing out to all the FAO needs approval before we can hand it out.
Wait, Seth, your daddy?
Yes.
Seth's his daddy.
So is Byron.
Seth and Byron.
Since fucking when?
Forever.
Since I've joined the LSPD. It's been way before
Really?
that, actually.
Okay.
I was in the SASP.
Forever.
Not the SAP. The SASP.
Again, forever.
Forever. Seth!
Well, it's just a 1-star.
What are we referencing? Because I
We
feel
can make
dumb.
one.
Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
not
good. I'm
something
glad I'm
I've
not taking
ever,
from anything
uh,
important.
Changed the my tier 1 name. They're now
Oh my god. That's funny.
Sort your department out.
Wait, what?
I hotbox 2050 cadets colors. Okay, bye.
Yeah, he hotboxed.
Peter, get over here.
Nope.
It's more the question of which era do you recognize a lot of these
Come over a
references
sec,
from?
Peter. I want to talk to you about something.
From the original Star Trek.
So it finally happened. I took the job of chief back.
Yeah, I can see the stars. In true military fashion, I want to do something.
Okay, of course. Ah, son of a bitch. But fair. I said I wouldn't take this job again, and look, here we are.
Take your back inspect.
Thank you. We put those in. There we go. Oh, God, that hurts.
You'd be bleeding for a little bit.
Yeah,
I
but
just
I can't
prefer
believe
it
I took
because
this
if
again.
something
I
happens,
get what you took
it's
it
a
either.
place that we can retreat to.
Senility
God, the
truly
poorhouse is giving me
sucks.
headaches.
It always
There's nowhere
does.
to retweet on that side if we're, up at the.
You just
bench.
duck behind the bench, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Maybe.
So
Maybe
we
gives
give this guy a
maybe.
year, yeah.
Okay, I
Give
hope
him
so.
a year. Okay, yeah.
My phone battery ran
That
out,
wasn't really a
so
whole
I'm just gonna stand here like I
part
know
of
what you're
that
talking about.
discussion, So, yeah.
I mean,
I
we
just know we
can
talked about
just
you know.
any random person who comes in that sets off the alarm. We gotta search them. We can just accidentally give you their phone.
Wait a minute.
Like the
I
gentleman.
don't condone this.
I
Like,
do.
Why not?
yeah,
she needs
like,
to search in their phone for I don't know whatever.
I'm going to be
justice
a
reasons.
nicer person, and I'm going to take the battery out of my phone and give it to him.
Aw.
It's my radio, I think. It's awkward. No, there we
Give
go.
me your radio?
Oh, it's okay.
No, it's the
okay.
phone. His phone case just looks like a radio.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
It's because he's used to the 90s
It's
big
Appreciate it.
phones.
I wasn't gonna say anything about how old it was and being a brick, but
Hey,
I mean,
you
my
know
phone's
what?
just a
Those brick
Motorola
phones
brick, so why not?
last forever.
You could throw them at a
Well-
goddamn wall and they'll still work.
Mm-hmm.
no, I was talking about like the old cell phones, like Nokia's.
Oh,
and I still love
like the
those.
ones you gotta actually mount in your car and wire off the battery and the alternator. Yep.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, I'm
Ow.
gonna head into the courtroom.
Two
Wow.
socks?
Yeah, that's.
What do you mean?
That's Danny.
Danny.
Don't worry about it.
Two
Just
socks?
out.
Mm-hmm.
Why's your neck bleeding?
Than one sock.
I suppose it's and
Curious.
one sock's better than no socks.
It's up.
Yeah.
He was bitten by a vampire.
I don't know where we're going with this.
That's a great question.
Next question. Thank you for your question. Next question, please.
Oh, by the way, I gotta tell Piper I still have keys to those houses.
Oh,
Hmm.
shit, yeah.
Wait, Carlson, does this mean I can say
Who has those houses now?
sustained? Please rephrase your question.
Either Piper or Hawthorne.
It means you
one
can
of the
okay,
say
'cause I still have keys to
objection,
both of them.
creation of
It
material
shouldn't
fact.
matter because when we actually
I
sell
don't
them,
have to say that
three of
anymore.
them.
It's great.
we'll get it. We'll get them all.
You can deny
Okay,
it.
All the locks changed when we sell
Okay.
them. So
I
don't
promise I won't squat in them in the meantime.
The first person
Please
to say
don't.
turtle soup in one of my court cases
Yeah,
gets
don't make that
contempt.
mistake.
I won't. I just
Please
noticed
don't,
that
because when we come round and sell them, and suddenly this.
I think there's a really
Oh.
important
Just
question.
loot-
Are
you
you
just
going
find
to be a
loose and
high
then-
justice?
No, I would never be impaired while on shift. That would be
Sure about that?
unethical.
I'm sure.
I mean, Phillips goes to the gay bar every night, so he's clearly always drunk. Wait,
That would be unprofessional of me.
how is that? You smell earthy. You smell very earthy.
I smell like the apartment, don't I?
Yes.
Smells like skunk.
You do smell like the apartment.
Oh my goodness.
the apartment where
You-
three justices,
you
the chief of
realise-
police, and attorney live.
You realise you're getting sworn in like.
Why?
Yes, I do mean the apartment where an attorney, now three justices, and the chief of police live. Yes, I do. I do mean.
I feel like there's no reason for you to live one step from getting
Oh boy.
by a deputy.
You mean half the bench, pretty much?
It's fine. At least there isn't a cat there anymore.
Yeah, because some McDougan decided to put a bullet in its skull.
Put it in the slush.
I mean, Wendy was pleased about this.
I do not have access to that.
Do you remember
allergic
the
to
conversation we
cats.
had where we were talking about putting down the cat,
Give me access.
and
No.
someone thought we were talking about putting down
You
Wendy?
said you were 3636?
What?
3636.
Don't.
What? Can I borrow you
Ma'am.
for 2 seconds?
Of course.
Me? You? Them?
Oh shit.
Anything?
Seth, could you just tell me if you got my document?
No, I have a million documents. I don't have a phone anymore. What document?
I emailed it to you.
Clock off duty and.
Yeah.
It's the parole proposal that would be handed out to all SAO if approved.
Oh my god, I don't have to look at SAO documents.
Yes, you do.
Nope. Fuck everything that says SAO on it. I will deny everything.
Oh, you loved SAO.
I
That's
know, but it
fucked
was
up.
such a pain in the ass to get back up.
Not sure though.
Yeah, that's all handled through like the management.
Listen, I just want to be the first SAO to become a justice. That's all.
You're gonna make us parole officers?
Yep.
That's how it's been.
Wait, SAO officers are parole
We've had
officers?
3 successful parolees,
Thank you, Mr. Taylor.
There you
and
go.
it's gone really
That's
well.
Your
Okay.
sheriff's helping us the other night.
I love this.
Alright, so if I do manage.
It sounds good to me. You get my sign off.
I can set you to withdrawal. Okay, so you can
Nice.
withdrawal. If I set you employees, that means.
They're gonna find things really easy to get signed off now, I'm chief, aren't they?
Yeah.
I
mean, I literally asked you for a black buzzard, and you went, "Yup, sounds good."
You approved a goddamn. Someone give me the keys. Someone give me the damn keys.
I just went. People just come to me, and I'm like, people just come to me, and I just go, "Yep, sounds good to me."
I have been asking for a buzzard since I took over Air 1. Give me the damn keys, chief.
Oh, we have a regular buzzard now. I bought it and gave it to Gibson.
That
was an evil laugh.
What?
Keys.
Why would I give a justice keys to police equipment?
I'm gonna
or
go
vehicles?
fell, Gibson.
However, Peter should realize that as a justice, he is
That's true.
always authorized to do ride-alongs with us.
I
No,
am.
this is true.
Kaya had, but I want. You know how long I begged Lou for a damn buzzard?
It doesn't have a camera on it, so it's it's not
Peter
great.
gets an unmarked.
I get an unmarked one.
Yes.
This one here.
Oh, hello.
See, the lovely thing about it is,
Since it's in the motor pool, I have
He has a
keys to all of
husband.
them.
know which office to go to.
Can I have keys to the GTX?
we do some training. I have to take you for drives.
Okay.
We might also ask.
Or
as he is-
Kirby
Is
can
this
take you
like
for
a
drives,
mating
or
ritual that's
Shin
going
can
on
take
in
you for
front of me?
drives,
Oh, wow.
or
Okay.
Iris can take you for drives.
Yeah, I don't even want the STX.
Yeah, she just really likes her
I just like.
dominator.
I really
I mean,
love my
at
Dominator.
the same time, you are a detective, so consider talking to them about that unmarked GTX.
Peter.
Oh no, we were
See,
told
it
that.
just
No, we
occurred
were
to me, if
told
I
that
haven't-
Todd and James still want something cool.
I haven't
they're
paid
not
the
gonna give us
taxes.
keys for
Is Dad stuck inside?
Yeah.
I don't know where he fell asleep. I fell
Never
asleep in a
mind.
hospital bed.
Oh my God! What did you two get up to?
Dad still wants
We
something
told
that
you.
the kids don't have, is what they told me specifically.
Yeah, yeah.
Seth.
Can I at least slick top it? It looks so much better. slick
Yeah.
top.
Commando.
Pike's got a question for you.
But still do it because I think it's some. Lou was talking about unmarked STXs, if that's still going to be a thing.
Maybe. soon see him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab coffee out of the back. I'll be back.
Are you suing them?
Yep. They legally seized our funds.
I guess that'll just be the Department of Justice.
Yeah, there are a few things that
Oh
I
my god.
know are kind of in the wind right now, or you know.
Yeah.
But until I get more concrete information, I don't want to confirm anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have them.
Are they talking about suing us?
No,
No, they're suing the state.
no. We
No,
are.
no.
We.
That's my thing.
Yeah, no.
100% you're getting a fucking contempt of court charge
Do you
today.
pay their paychecks? Because if so, then yes. If not, then no.
I don't know where the money comes from. There's just a
Nor
magical
do
money
I.
theory that shits out the money to every department.
You're not wrong.
I mean,
although
that
I
would be
explicitly-
a thing to figure out. No.
I explicitly got told that we are not responsible for their paychecks by some.
But who the
by-
fuck is?
I don't
would it
know.
would it be like a chamber? Or would it be a Department of Labor of some sorts? Or
You tell me where the fuck that is.
Sorry,
I
good
don't.
turn.
You know what? I
Sorry.
don't know. Or some
Tiny
kind of
co-pilot
Treasury
took
Department
over,
or
I'm
something.
sorry.
I don't know. Mm-hmm,
It may be something at a federal level, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Such a
I'm
terror.
so sorry.
Such a terror.
Wait, where's the
believe it is
IRS guy? Hold on, we have the IRS guy.
We do have the
Terrorist.
IRS. Where is the IRS guy?
Oh,
my
you're
God,
talking
the
about that
IRS?
one dude?
Seth, where's the IRS guy?
I don't want to ever see that guy again, man. He doesn't
Oh
exist.
my god.
No,
Oh,
I'm
right,
suing
okay.
him. I want to sue him.
Oh yeah, sue the hell out of him.
Sue him specifically.
You know what? There
Absolutely
is
sue
this
him.
guy. What the hell was his name?
Apparently, a Android phone alarm.
I don't know. I feel like there's multiple ways to handle this. So probably
I
just-
actually think it's a Google Home Alarm. Don't worry about it.
All right.
What?
Oh. All right. Seth's
Actually,
dead.
let me
All right.
see.
Well, rip.
I bury him next to Logan.
All right. All time of death.
For interviews.
249.
Right, I'm going to head into the East courtroom. I'll see you guys.
What was that
314,
IRS guy's
34.
name?
22. 23.
Oh no, I'm looking right now.
Pretty hard.
I feel like it was Ben
I
or
definitely have it in the phone here.
something. Oh, you know
You
what?
got
So
called
do
by the
I.
IRS, Gibson?
No, he just showed up at the Mesa one day.
And demanded like how much
Oh.
money?
I don't know, a large amount. Damn, I may not have it anymore.
Are you comfortable down there?
Well, never mind.
Am I safe in assuming
I
that you
think
would like to be
he
a parole officer?
died? I
Yeah.
think that's what someone said.
Okay.
Nah, he's just being Seth.
You know what?
Oh, okay. He's
He
being
just-
that. Okay.
He
Also, I
just
know
needs
that
some
Lou
rest.
wants to sit as bar.
Yeah.
Oh, dramatic. Okay, dramatic's the word, I guess.
Birch?
Yeah.
Okay. That's great for him.
Interim chief still hasn't lost
Getting
his
more
dramatic.
SAO.
Or-
And
Yeah.
more from the other side too, which is good.
No, I Gunda stomped him with an
currently
ambo
parole
one day.
officers have to be September to November.
Fucking god.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But they can at least start
Jesus
learning about it.
Christ. I don't want to know what you guys do at Sam's.
There you go. That's a
I mean,
Who you
you're
guys do
already
at
at
Sam's?
Sam's as it is, much as it is. I think you know
I'm
what's
wondering
going on.
if I should put this in
-1?
the SAO
I just told him
email
to call
and the
you.
general
No,
email,
not
because
the
I'd like
negative
everyone
one.
to know
I'm,
about it.
I'm saying.
Maybe general.
Well, Tuttle's not around for me to have them call her.
Well, that was weird.
Ideally, who we should have called.
Stop.
Welcome back.
Caitlin, that was cursed.
Well, that's when you get the call and you be like, "Oh no, you need to call this number." We just keep giving them a
What's the name of the
chain
IRS
that they have to
guy?
keep going.
I don't know.
And if they finally make their
I
way
don't
to
have
the right
MDT
person,
access
then they deserve
anymore.
it.
The accent's the way to go, right?
It's like a call.
I feel like it was Ben something.
Also, Vegemite or
What did you say?
I feel like it was
Yeah,
Ben,
if you navigate the
but I
menu
genuinely don't
enough,
remember.
you'll get to where you need to be. But you gotta navigate the menu to get
And I
there.
don't have him in my phone.
But did you guys take them on? Because you're not supposed to do that.
No. Literally,
They're
my
just
10-2.
broken
10-2.
in general.
Let's go ahead and make our way into the courtroom.
All right, everyone, courtroom, let's go. You heard the lady.
Ian Rears.
That would be it.
I'm gonna.
Is there a certain way you eat it, Thomas?
So
Yeah,
the
I
best
go-
way is on toast.
That's how I have it.
butter,
With
with butter.
And then a light spread of Vegemite. But
That's what
like
I had.
really, really light, and
Yeah,
it's
that's
still
what they did for
disgusting.
me. Yeah,
I
my
It's
caked
still
that bitch.
really
I caked that
gross.
bitch on. I
Oh
caked that
my
bitch on.
god, someone just
Ooh.
boom.
Fucking God, what was that?
I can knock it.
I guess
We still
Hey, where'd
Bailiffs
Piper go?
protecting.
I don't
She's
know where
she's
I'm
still here.
supposed to be going.
I guess sit down somewhere. But oh my god, Gibson! I think she's threatening me.
What did she just say? She just told you to watch your back,
Yeah. Can't believe this.
officer.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
I heard something.
Does this mean I'm no longer Officer SAO?
You didn't hear anything.
No.
Say that again.
I'm no longer Officer SAO.
It'd be former officer SAO.
I can't believe this.
Still retain the titles you earned. You just have to add the modifier to
SEO
them.
was more certification, so he'd have sergeant retired.
Oh. No.
You can keep assistant state attorney retired.
Oh my god.
The
You'd be
honorable
ass SAO.
The honorable former ass attorney.
Yes, exactly.
Finally. I figured it out.
Former sergeant, former ass attorney, the honorable Peter von Karma. Brutal Carlson Jefferson.
Yes.
Oh. I think we're gonna sit on a beanbag. Not sure how I feel about that.
Don't you fucking hide.
You don't need a name badge anymore on your chest, so it'll fit now.
Yeah, I have to fit it on a nameplate for the desk, which might be a bit easier.
I was gonna go check. See if I can do this.
Yeah, like I told Forrester, Gold Gang will not shoot this place up today, I promise.
That's reassuring.
Where'd Piper go?
I.
10-2.
Yep.
That is a good question.
I think she's around back.
Hey, Forrester.
I have arrived.
Hi.
Congratulations.
I will be smoking in the middle of this.
No, you won't.
Bill me.
My son gets to give his first contempt charge.
No way.
Wendy is just pointing at people.
8K?
No. They wish it was 8K.
Actually owe him one.
I'll be happy to throw that contempt charge down.
Right, she's just getting something from her office, that's all.
Okay.
What's going on, chat? If you guys are new, make sure to hit that follow button down below. We're trying to get to 75 followers so we can get a sub button.
Oh, God.
If I see a single bean on the floor when we're done, I'm going to have you clean that up.
I want to make sure this stays locked. Yeah.
Yep, 2 seconds. I need to get to the loop.
Okay.
You okay, Piper?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Just making
Just
sure.
speak louder, Piper. It's not that hard. Come on.
I hate you so much. Yeah. You know? Okay, so a little schedule for what we're going to do. We're going to be swearing in our new magistrate justice, seeing if anyone has anything for open court, and then we'll move to the penal code discussion. We'll be starting in about 3 minutes.
Your Honor, if I may, I believe my husband is on his way.
Okay, then we can delay for a few minutes so that he can be here for the swearing in.
Yeah.
So he's not locked in after all?
Your
Yes,
Honor,
no.
do you have any food?
My husband will not be here today.
Oh, we're sorry.
Well, he doesn't exist. So.
Oh. Oh.
Oof.
Well, just thanks for pointing that out to me, guys. I appreciate that.
It's okay. My husband said this meeting was stupid and didn't want to come. I was like, thanks.
Yeah, why do you think I'm the only Gold Gang member here?
I haven't seen my husband in 2 months.
That's a good thing. He makes my husband fall on the ground quivering.
He doesn't need any help falling on the ground. The man's so old.
Oh.
Damn, that's harsh. Can't do that.
Does anybody have any food? Any drink?
I have some stuff.
No, I don't have anything.
Here, would you like 15 water
Me?
bottles for us? There you go.
Yes, it's fine.
Am I going to need to make a run to the shops?
Okay.
Oh, Paul, I've worked it out. You need to contact the IRS guy, Ian Rears.
Ian Rears. Okay.
I'll make a run to the shops.
Grab me some water while you're out.
Yep, that's the plan.
I just tweeted a lot of people. The courthouse might need food, so if you have a food truck, might be a good place to set up. So maybe someone with a food truck will come set up.
I have food sitting over at Pearl's that I can go get, but I don't have a.
Sorry, I've just got wheat brownies. If that's of any use. Know that PVK would like some weed.
Who's got weed?
You got weed?
Not right now. So how's everyone been?
It's okay. We can go back to my office after this.
Boo.
Great.
You've been booed? Does that mean you're dead and trying to haunt us?
I have a lot of joints in my office.
Okay,
It's in the
I'm
file
here to
cabinet.
heckle.
My
Yeah,
balls
Walsh.
under the desk.
Here's some
Well,
water for you.
I know there are a lot of things we do need to go over for the penal code meeting, so we do want to hear, people's thoughts on things. But we will be giving contempt if it's too distracting and things like that, because we have a lot of things to go through, and I don't think people want to be here for many, many hours.
I'll boo after they're done talking.
Hi, Shield.
Hello.
My God. Shield.
What up?
Oh my god, it's straight coma.
It's very early, but I suggested a lot of these things.
Straight
You
karma.
sound so tired.
It's not even their early shield. It's
Oh, it's early shield. Oh my God, it's early shield voice. My God.
It's probably really, really early for Shield.
It's 9 a.m. It's not even that early. It's not.
It's only 9 a.m.
9 a.m. is way too early.
No, it's not.
It's way too early.
I don't typically wake
It's
up
definitely
at
way too
3
early.
p.m. So even getting up for the foreclosure stuff before this was too early for me. Couldn't imagine if it was 9 a.m.
Look, I spent like an hour and a half.
You're very quiet, Shield. I can barely hear you.
Oh, I spent an hour and a half talking the Solicitor General's ear off, so I thought I definitely want to be here for this.
Trust me, I remember.
Oh, I definitely threw all that stuff in the trash can.
Oh shit.
Damn, Solicitor General totally taking the LSSD approach. I mean, what?
But you just throw things in the trash?
No, we laid down the law, then we asked questions later.
Okay.
Don't
oh,
listen
okay,
to
I see all
Pike.
this.
He puts the L in LSSD.
Whoa. It's kind of fucked. Can't believe this.
Has no one read the LSSD's like logo and not logo? What's it called? The like
Creed?
catchphrase that we have on our vehicles for like the past
What is
6
it?
months.
I can't read.
Something about enforcing oppression since 1992. I'll have to go look now.
That's
But
ridiculous. I
It's,
love
it's very fucked up if you actually look at it.
So messed up. I think it's even earlier than that. I think it's 1912
Probably.
actually.
It might be. It's pretty rough.
Yep.
Is that chevrons I see on my former cadet?
Hell yeah.
That's my boy! Don't fuck it up! I'll give you
Haven't
contempt!
You can't give it. Damn it.
Who you gonna call, Chief? Justice? I'm kidding, for the record. Please don't fire me.
Just remember, it's for the bit.
It's for the
Oh.
It's for the bit. Oh no.
No,
Can
it's
you
not.
please remove your mask? Thank you.
I am not a justice. No, you know what? Never mind. I'm not even going down
You're
that
not
rabbit
one
hole.
yet, and you'll be a magistrate justice.
I'm not going
Right
down
now,
that.
you're just my little.
Although
bitch.
I
Not you little bitch. I have a husband.
I'm going to tell you this. I feel
Yes, you
sorry
need
for
to
every
know.
time you have to deal with Shield.
Oh.
I'm pretty used to dealing with Shield as is.
No, it's there's a proper term for magistrate justices that we don't use in this state, and he uses it, and it makes you feel really awkward.
It's your worship.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
The
actually,
official term
yeah.
is
The
your
official term
worship.
for magistrate
Did you
justice
guys
is
keep
worship.
that?
If he's
No,
gonna
we don't
worship
use
me,
it.
I want to be a justice.
We don't use that, but Shield finds it hilarious because we
It's
found that out when I
hilarious.
was a magistrate justice and we were dating, and he's just kept it for every magistrate
so
justice.
like justices and judges, I believe, are your honor, right?
Yeah.
And then magistrate justices are your worship, which is fantastic. So everyone use.
I
that.
like this.
It's funny.
I like
hate
this.
it.
Oh no. I'm not.
so
I'm
much.
not calling PBK your worship.
I'll worship
Yes,
Party
you
Von
are.
Karma, but not Peter Von Karma.
It's just
I
karma,
will
baby.
worship. I will worship Max Von Karma, not Peter Von Karma.
Well, I guess
Oh.
we technically could go out of order. Anyone have anything for open court? Because Byron doesn't need to be here for that bit. Anyone have anything for open court? There's
Can I
not
de-
much on the docket, so I didn't expect there to be.
Can I declare my
anything.
husband as missing?
File police report.
You know, it occurs to me that
No,
your
I'm right
husband
here, baby.
and Mama Sharps would make a formidable team.
I've been saying that since day one, but no, he wasn't hired in the LSPD because he's fucked up his interview.
See my husband.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go help him and make sure he's got his cane. I'm a justice with zero fucking filters. It's great.
Just because a person has a cane doesn't mean they're old.
No, but in his case, it does.
Is that a thing now?
Oh my god, I cannot. Oh my god.
What a thing.
There we go.
No, it's definitely.
Oh my god, our hair looks amazing.
That is cursed. Absolutely.
Please stop.
Nope. Nope. I'm sitting on a lap.
See? No cane.
He needs one.
2 heads, 1 girl.
I see we are no longer twinsies.
Byron! Woo!
That sounds fun.
Okay.
Byron!
Byron. I guess we can get started.
Rob loves you, Byron.
We'll start with the swearing in of our new magistrate justice. Would you like to come up, PBK? I know I'm excited to see where this journey leads you. We've had lots of talks up in my offices regarding a lot of subpoenas and warrants and stuff like that. So I know you know the law, and I'm excited to see where this goes with you.
Thank you,
I
kindly.
think you'll be a really good addition to our team. So if you'd like to put your right hand up.
Do you swear to tell the truth?
I was like, wait, are you doing this, huh?
Wait a minute.
I'm confused.
A deputy should be doing that.
Do you swear to uphold the law irrespective of circumstance, bias, or inclination?
Yes.
Do you swear to value the power vested in you by the citizens of this state?
I do.
Do you swear to respect, represent, and uphold the standards of due process and humanity?
I do.
Okay, I now pronounce you a magistrate justice of San Andreas.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
proud.
What was it? Congratulations, Your Majesty.
No, it's your worship.
Your worship.
Gotcha.
Why are you all booing?
Down with the regime.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Just sticking it to the man, Chief. Let them have their fun.
Well, I guess we can go up behind the bench and let the Solicitor General take the.
I really like the color of your shirt.
Cheers.
You have a chance to do one more swearing.
Thank you.
Fuck these shirts.
Danny, we love you.
Which one?
Seth, he's chief of police now.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't
we
know
should
that.
do that one.
I mean, maybe ask him if he wants.
Everyone stands, Danny.
You okay, Piper? What's that?
I think these floors need to get mopped again, or need to get cleaned again. They're slipping everywhere.
Seth, step forward, please.
What have I done?
The same thing.
Your Honor?
Stand between the two desks facing the bench, please.
Yeah, I think so.
So I hear that you got a promotion.
You need to shout.
I know I'm whispering right now.
I am currently interim chief, yes, until the 10th of March.
The 10th? Okay.
And I will be full chief. So it is official. Lou just hands over the keys to the office on the 10th.
Okay, we could do a swear-in today if you'd like, or would you rather wait till the 10th?
That is up to you, Your Honor.
I mean, I can do
I bow
either.
down to the Chief Justice.
What? I didn't hear you.
I said get him.
Okay, we'll do it now. Okay, we have one more swear-in. Currently, Kyleson here is interim chief, but in a few days he will be taking over the role. So we're gonna do his swear-in today. If you'd like to raise your hand and face everyone. Okay.
Chips.
Okay.
Do you swear to uphold the law irrespective of circumstance, bias, or inclination?
I do.
Do you swear to value the power vested in you by the citizens of the state?
I do.
Do you swear to respect, represent, and uphold the standards of due process and humanity?
I do.
Now Chief of Police. The LSPD.
Thank you. For the third time.
Boo.
Congrats.
Oh yeah, that's my chief.
Boo.
I'll teach you again later.
Boo. Boo.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
my
I guess
chief.
this is a good time to tell you. Sorry, husband, I got promoted.
Chief, more like beef.
I feel like,
Are you saying
I feel
he's
like,
a piece of meat?
I feel like me and Byron are gonna have a conversation later.
I'm no longer the most
Yeah, we
powerful
all
political
are.
person in my family.
That's true.
I say we go behind the bench and let the Solicitor General take over, since this is his meeting.
Could we
Wait,
not
I
say
gotta
behind
have
the
a
bench? That's what
speech.
Bobby Blaze keeps saying to me.
Oh, are we ready?
Yeah.
Just so people know, by the way,
Come
there
on,
is food
Carlson.
and drink by the vending machines at the back if you need it.
Wait, are we not going behind the bench?
No, you're presenting, so we have you going in far.
Oh.
Since this is your meeting.
Oh. I shouldn't have got so high for this.
It's okay, I'm high too.
Now I gotta find my notes.
Hey, April.
Yeah, I'll join Dog Gang. Shoot. Let's go.
No.
Wow. Denied. Denied. I guess my $1 million will have to go somewhere else.
Sorry, just trying to get my documents up
Wait, are you
here.
two sat on each other? Okay.
I believe the correct term is they are currently inside one another.
Thank you, Shields.
And I don't want to ever exit her.
Oh.
Excuse me.
We're going to do what to her?
You heard.
Damn.
If only Todd and Higgins were here to hear that.
Todd is here. He's literally right there in the white suit.
That's not Todd.
What?
That's Fod.
That's not Todd.
No, if you look at Mr. Blaze very carefully, it has been told to me that it looks like Todd and Forrest
fuck is Mr.
Hawthorne had a
Blaze?
baby.
Yep, that's what I hear too.
Sounds like
Mhm.
a talk show host for a Food Network TV show.
Bobby Blaze.
I said the
Solicitor
80s
General.
called and can he have his suit back?
You should
I'll
see
give
his
you the
car.
suit back when it's on the floor.
Oh.
Well, okay.
He can join too.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Sorry, I'm just getting this ready and I was going to put it up on Twitter so everybody could have access to this document.
Okay.
My documentation so that I could get everybody to where they could see it so they had time to look through it instead of me having to read everything out.
I mean, you'll probably still have to do that.
I came here to listen, not to read.
You can read, you're a big boy.
He was never taught how to read.
That's writing, not reading.
Feel like they don't teach how to read over in SAP.
They don't teach us how to read in Med either. It's fine.
Come on, Shield, sit in the chair. It's not that hard.
Hey, I don't need to read to do surgery, okay?
I had a mission to do.
Hey, you're just pulling pieces out, putting them back in.
Get you out of that car and put your ass in jail. It worked.
Danny, are you gonna take notes of anything that's like quick, just bullet point notes of things that are said by people?
Yes, that was what I was planning to do as well. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
That dumbass up there at the far left, he's the chief now.
I'm too high to get that. I'm just going to read it to people.
On the seats, he's far left in the seats.
Oh boy.
Sitting down, far left.
Charlie, your description is the worst. Clumsy. This row of
Here,
seats
hold on.
at the very front on the left with the red hair.
Hold on.
Your description is shit.
This dumbass right here.
Why am I the dumbass?
Yo, who the fuck said my name? We got beef?
You're the chief now, right?
Of LSPD, yeah.
Who fuck said my name? We got beef?
You're saying what?
Mr. Mount, can you please go behind the bars? We'd like
Who said my name?
Mr. Mount.
Clumsy, please.
Clumsy, please.
The seat's comfy.
I don't want to have to give you contempt, and also you're not the defendant right now.
You know what else is comfy?
I
Handcuffs.
always am.
Get behind the bar.
Oh,
My
my
name out your
Chelsea.
mouth. Byron. That's right, Clumsy. You tell him.
All right, so I guess we'll start with one of the. I guess we'll start from the top down. One of the new proposed. What?
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
Do you want me to take you from the top down?
No, I just heard.
Can we
top
get on
and-
with this?
Go ahead.
Okay, first proposed change would be a charge called criminal organization violence. This is going to be a new charge that would be proposed as a felony charge. 20 months, $10,000 fine. Described as any act of violence committed as part of a criminal organization toward another known criminal organization. Charges can be stacked under Title I, offenses against persons. Any concerns or comments from anybody on that one?
What's the justification behind this one? The rationale and the
Byron,
reason
can
it
you
needed?
talk louder?
Yeah, you need to yell. You're quiet even for me next to you.
about let's
Byron
not
said,
stack
"What's the rationality behind this charge?"
Is that better?
The rationale behind this charge is the PD has came to me and said that lately there has been a lot of gang-on-gang violence, and they have no current charges to apply to these instances other than basic assault. They were looking for a way to handle these type of charges, and I felt this might be the best suited charge to assist with that.
I have a question.
Okay,
Go
what's your
ahead.
question?
Can that charge be stacked?
This charge itself, no, but it will stack with charges of assault.
So I can
Or
get
murder.
So that's
13
still stacking.
assaults and that.
And that, yes, that is correct.
Will I
So that's
also
still
get
stacking.
criminal use of a firearm?
That would be stacking.
Still
Because this
stacking.
would encompass criminal use.
Yeah, that would be stacking. I don't think the officers will be doing that.
Can you
This
please remove
charge
your
covers
helmet?
that.
It kind
Nah,
of sounds like
leave it.
stacking because you're just adding a charge to the charges we're already getting.
The point of this one, Charlie, is that there's a lot of situations where there will be a shootout and both sides dip, and all we have is a shootout happened and there's no victims, which means criminal use of a firearm. And considering these are shootouts that are happening in populated areas, this charge is designed to create punishment for doing that in a city such as San Andreas.
Okay.
Good shit, Shield.
Any other questions, concerns, comments for that one?
I'm sorry, did you state the time and fine for that one already, or has that not been decided?
I'm proposing it to be a felony with 20 months and $10,000 fine.
That seems a little excessive if you're allowing it to stack with assault, I'm going to be honest. It should be one or the other.
It shouldn't be stacking to begin with. It should just be that.
I think the reason that it's able to be stacked is because if there is end up being a murder, then if you charge them with this and then someone was to die, then you couldn't stack it. That's why it says it can be stacked with it, just in case someone was to die.
I will say from an enforcement point of view, it's either if we can prove there are victims, you will get assault charges. If there are no victims, then you will get this charge instead. I don't see a position where I would ever stack this plus assault. I would only ever do this plus something like murder if someone does die. Does that make sense?
Yeah, just because something can be stacked doesn't mean it needs to be stacked.
You already
If it
know
can
you
be
guys are gonna
stacked,
push
it
that.
will be stacked.
Yeah, you already know you're damn well gonna push that.
Hey,
So you
can I
guys would
have food and
propose the
water?
wording to be changed to make it non-stackable.
Basically.
Clumsy, there should
Is
be
there?
food
Okay.
and water by the vending machines at the back.
Thank you.
Okay,
Solicitor
well,
Can you
General,
grab me some, Clumsy,
I
and
would
then bring
like
it
to
up
see
here?
it be used
Please?
that either law enforcement officers would use this charge in a situation where there are no victims on the scene. If there are proved victims, you'd use assault, and then the only point that anything else would be applied is an escalated charge, such as manslaughter plus. Because 20 months and 10K is a pretty hefty fine already, stacking assaults on top of that. While I will reprimand people who do that, we can't always stop it from happening. So I would like that worded a little more specifically, perhaps.
I mean, it's a good arguing point for lawyers as well to potentially be negotiations to drop charges.
So is the idea that this is kind of like the heinous clause?
Can't hear
that
you,
it's-
Justice.
Gotta yell.
Please yell.
I'm
The-
trying.
Louder.
Is that better?
Yes.
I think you're better.
Is the point that this is kind of like the heinous charge? It's something to be added on and allow further maxes to be, I guess, superseded?
No, I think, Your Honor, the point was like if there's a massive shootout between two groups, bullets are flying, people are injured, but then they grab people and run off and leave them, and we have no victims, there's still a charge for that because they put the public's safety at risk.
They only get charged with criminal use of a firearm right now, which is a slap on the wrist.
Gotcha.
Who would this charge be against in terms of our paperwork? Would we say it's against the state or against individuals? The victim, I should say.
It would be against the state since it's putting the
The general
lives
populace at
of-
risk.
Exactly.
Okay.
I did take those notes to only apply this when there's no victims, and that the only time this could stack with
I have
murder
your
charges,
notes,
that's in the note. Obviously, this
Be
stuff
safe,
has to go up to the
rest well.
justices to make the decisions, but
Here,
I
scoot
did
over
put
so
those
we can make
notes in
more
there
room
for everybody.
PBK. I'll start move over. He's like half on the edge.
There's still
Fiend.
meth heads up there. There's people too.
Who the hell goes to Sandy Shores?
Meth
Sorry.
heads.
We actually must start doing shootouts in the woods. It's technically not popular. area.
Stay the fuck out of my woods.
Fuck your woods.
Yeah, that's animal cruelty at that point, baby.
I never hit an
No.
animal. You would have to
That's
prove I hit
10
the
and
animal.
10.
The next discussion would be for drug trafficking. This would be a court charge proposed for a felony with a maximum time of 1 year with no maximum fine. The description would be large criminal marijuana operations not approved by the Department of Justice for growth of cannabis or creating cannabis-related items. This charge requires somebody to have a minimum of 5 planters with a maximum fine of $10,000 per planter and cannot be stacked with other charges in relation to cannabis. Along with this, I'd be looking to decriminalize 5 joints of Reggie if we approve it. I'll open up to questions, comments, concerns.
I will also point out that this has been noted as a court charge, so this would go before a justice before being formally charged for. At present, I believe. Is that correct, Mr.
Yeah, it
Blaze?
has court.
That is correct. So
Okay.
the officers would have to present why this would be considered trafficking to the justices.
Can you hear me first?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Questions, comments,
Having that
concerns?
headache that sometimes I can't hear people or they can't hear me. I'm having these headaches all day.
If that was going to be the case, would it be like, would this be a charge that we could only press against like the owner of the home or the place that has the planters in it? Or if we have proof that someone else who doesn't own the place was operating it, could they be charged as well?
That's a good question that I've not addressed. I would assume it would be the owner of the home. I can make note of that so the justices can discuss that.
My question would be, what if they're renting their warehouse out and the people that they're renting it to decide to grow 10 marijuana plants? Who's responsible then for it? Would it be the rentee or would it be the person that owns the warehouse?
I would hope you have a rental agreement that states that anything that happens within that residence is not your liability.
That's what I had. I actually had a house mortgage that it was in my name, but they had a lot of criminal stuff found in there after it got raided. So, but because of the way my contract that they signed was written and everything, I was not held liable. So, just hope that if you're renting, you have have them sign a thing that they have all responsibility. I know we used to have a place on the docket that we had to put all of that. So that might be something we'd have to bring forward or bring back if needed.
So is this charge complementary or going to be separate than PC 2706, manufacturing a controlled substance?
This one can't be stacked with any other cannabis-related charges, so it would be on its own.
Okay.
I don't want to stack these charges on people, but
Got it. So this would be
it's much
completely
more
separate and tied to discovery of
large
planters.
grow operations.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, just like turned to look at me, so I was like,
All right, so
Oh, no. Sorry.
the next one we'll talk about will be a charge called ATM tampering.
Maybe he just misses.
The proposal is a felony with 10 months maximum time, $3,000 fine.
Yo, you got mail.
Oh, I do. My pocket can stay how it is for now.
Can you repeat the time and fine? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear.
Proposed 10 months, $3,000 fine.
At that point, make it 10 and 2.
Proposed 10 and 2?
Yeah, might as well make it 10 and 2 at that point. You could say that 10 and 2.
I'll make note on that.
Was this ATM tampering or
Yeah.
was this just
Yeah.
ATM tampering.
I
What was
would
the-
propose 10 and 4 because the amount that you can get from an ATM sometimes can exceed almost 10 and 4, close to it.
Well, once we get to the description, you might understand a little bit more.
Okay, sorry.
The description would be ATM tampering refers to any unauthorized modification or manipulation of an automated teller machine by any group of individuals with the intention of stealing money or sensitive information. So this covers people drilling it, people hacking it, whatever way they may be trying to get into this ATM.
Got it as catch-all. Okay.
there's something in this that's going to cover registers as
Yeah,
well?
that's what I
or-
was gonna ask.
There'll be stuff on that as we get further down into the section here. There's 3 charges being proposed, and then the removal of tampering.
Thank Christ.
So we'll jump down to the other charges related to that here for just a moment. The next one of that kind of same category would be unauthorized use of a computer system. This is proposed as a felony with 15 months, $7,500 fine. The description would be any unauthorized access to computer systems or databases, private or government.
So what would that mean in terms of, well, I guess give me an example of who would get that charge.
People trying to get into the systems at Life Invader. If somebody was found at the FIB building trying to get into their system, somebody got into MRPD, was trying to get into their system, stuff like that.
And that would also cover if somebody was trying to defraud the hospital. Is that?
If somebody was
happened
trying
once.
to get into your records, then yes, that would cover that as well.
Okay.
And then the last one in that subset would just be electronic tampering. This is proposed as a misdemeanor with 5 months and $1,000 fine. Electronic tampering is defined as electronic tampering with property of another person or entity with the intent to cause substantial inconvenience or gain unlawful access for monetary gain. This is the one that would cover the thing you asked about of registers.
Well, that would cover electronically hacking into it. What if they pry into it with a crowbar?
Sounds like robbery to me. So you would propose a charge directly for somebody prying open a register?
I think a charge for just both hacking and or prying a register.
I mean, at the very least, it's probably vandalism.
Burglary and vandalism probably works.
Yeah.
Yeah, the intention behind this improvement of charges is because technically right now with the proof of burden we have, someone prying a register for a few $100s, we could technically articulate tampering, which is a ludicrously high charge.
Yeah, isn't it like
we wanted to
7K?
split it. Yeah,
It's a lot.
7K.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
insane. So we
Mm.
wanted to split them up and reduce the
Yeah, with this comes the proposal to remove the entirety of the tampering law.
Yeah, so the tampering charge is effectively being superseded by the unauthorized use one for those situations where it makes sense, where it is a large charge, and then these other ones are smaller charges, as you heard, for things that are generally not as severe in nature, so that yeah, we don't have things like, oh, technically I can articulate tampering, so get fucked kind of things happening. We're not just out there to fuck you guys.
Stop lying.
Yeah,
that's a
so
lie.
for reference, a lot of these charges are severely lower than tampering. Tampering itself is currently 15 and 7.5, which would line up with unauthorized use of a computer system under the new.
I'll have you know, Clumsy, I suggested a lot of these.
the new suggestions.
You suggested that?
Yeah, I sat with the Solicitor General for 2 hours working through a bunch of these scenarios to fix this stuff so that the charging is a lot fairer.
Cool.
Okay, so that'll bring us to the next
Oh,
one.
wait, I did have a question.
Yes, sir.
Does anyone worry that maybe this is overcomplicating an already pretty simple charge, and maybe the fact that the charge is, set at a specific time and fine is not necessarily reflective of what prosecutors need to be charging people if they don't feel that it meets the severity? So is it really worth having 2 new charges instead of just being responsible with how we use the existing ones? I guess it's more of a food for thought question.
I believe that having
No,
different
you go.
charges for the different style of crimes allows us as LEOs to build patterns around specific individuals. So I personally like having the 2 separate charges. Potentially.
I would also like to state that as a lawyer, it is notoriously difficult to try and negotiate anything under half time or fine usually. So with these reductions, it makes our jobs a lot easier as well. If we were to put something in place that was like lesser tampering, then maybe that might be a stopgap. But this seems to be a more clear path for everybody involved.
Can you please remove your mask?
I just want to make sure that all officers know and are clear that you don't have to charge the maximum if you don't feel that it meets that severity. So I think that could solve a lot of problems for people, but I don't know. Sorry. Going.
Trust me, I've tried on a daily basis. It's not easy.
Officers typically don't charge a maximum unless they're very extreme circumstances that call for that.
No, but you got some that don't never go below half, neither. Under any circumstances.
Right. And so at this point, we're basically just making a law to force them to do that, which is, I don't know. I feel like there could be a better way to go about that, but moving on.
I can tell you as the assistant sheriff, I don't know where this sentiment of there is no situation you can never go below half goes. As
It's
far as I'm
LSPD
aware,
that does it.
it
I was
should
gonna
have,
say, yeah.
it should have always been to the severity of the crime committed.
I'm aware of that, and that is listed in the penal code itself. But through my experience as a lawyer, I've found it notoriously difficult to get anything below half on some of these, in the majority of cases. Even when it's a minor, minor tampering charge,
Can you
such
please
as
remove your mask?
Gonna say,
such
if I never
as
got it below half, what, LSSD?
such as an ATM or a till. So, I mean, if we wanted to complicate it less, then maybe a lesser tampering charge, like greater and lesser tampering or something like that. But so combining the lesser charges into one and have unauthorized use of computer systems as kind of a grand tampering, I suppose.
So it's sort of like what we've done with.
Makes it sound like they're
Grand
trying to
Theft Auto.
break into the blooming Fort Knox when you call it grand tampering.
I know. Look, I'm not good at words this early in the morning, okay?
That's the way that it would be.
Yes, probably.
Well, I do understand it does bring some complication to officers to have to know these new laws. I feel it would give a more defined definition of what crime actually occurred. This one, right now with tampering, it is used in ways that it shouldn't be.
I mean, I will say
It's a bit vague.
I will say it's the chief. Tampering as it is right now really fucks people. It is a bit of a shit charge for what people get for it, you know. So I don't disagree that it needs changing.
Well, I mean, it is a shit charge if you charge them as much as you possibly can.
Oh,
But
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
if you, as the police and the prosecution, decide to match the force of the law with the, you know, actual crime. So it's not that the law is fucking them, it's that the police and the prosecutors are. It's not that the law is written badly, it's that the officers aren't being flexible enough when it comes to gauging the severity of the crime and the punishment needed.
But
And I
that's
guess
the
that's
even-
my ultimate point, is that why make it more complicated when all we really need to do is have an attitude change?
But Byron, that's been an issue since you and me were lawyers.
I know, I just like to continue to remind people of it.
Yeah, but then it's not a it there needs to be the charge of what the tampering is, which is the unauthorized use of a computer system for people who do like the data stuff from like Life Invader and such. So that fits that crime, but the lesser of it, it's too much for that. It's too much of an all-encompassing crime that fucks the smaller bits of it up.
Yeah, and y'all's effective minimum for everything is whatever half is.
I think the best way to handle tampering as is we make a tampering A and tampering B. Tampering A to encompass the lower side of things such as registers, ATMs, and the like, while the higher tampering, which would be tampering B, to encompass Life Invader and other more serious items of tampering.
Okay, so I've noted all those down. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next one here. The proposed addition would be a charge for human trafficking. This would be a court charge with a proposal of a felony for 2 years and a fine set at judge discretion. This is defined as the recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring, or receipt of persons by means of threat, use of force, deception, or other forms of coercion for the purpose of exploitation. Any questions, comments, concerns, proposed changes?
I'd like to know where the charge came from, i.e., what's the reason that we need it?
It was proposed by officers, so I wrote something up to have it available for them.
Understood. All right.
Could you read that proposed charge out again?
The definition or the timing of fine?
The definition.
The recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring, or receipt of persons by means of threat, use of force, deception, or other forms of coercion for the purpose of exploitation.
Is this stackable with kidnapping or hostage taking?
Well, those wouldn't really fit within the same definition.
I think this is kind of like a step above.
Yes, this
kidnapping
would
or
be the
hostage
step
taking.
beyond.
This is the way to ensure that they can
Oh,
get
this is
a higher
this
court
is-
punishment.
Okay, so this is for human trafficking.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So let's, for instance, if somebody were to take someone against their own will and force them to work for them, that would come under this charge.
Put him in fucking custody, man. What the fuck? If I can get this through the metal detector, it'll be really funny.
Can we get
Huh.
out?
Okay, you want to get out? Get out. You cannot talk me out.
Well, we all know what to do with that.
Want to get out or not?
No one even flinches anymore.
I
No, it's bad that people don't flinch anymore.
We're just accustomed to this way of life now.
So does anybody have questions, comments, or concern with that charge?
Oh,
What the hell was that?
No, he's not. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just saw somebody fall off their chair. It's fine.
I
Okay, he's
I saw
walking.
that.
He's
I
fine.
saw it too, Danny. It's okay.
Wait, where are you going, April?
Okay. Do we want to move on or?
Yep, hearing no questions, comments, or concerns, I'll move on to the next one. The next one is a proposal of the splitting of the obstruction charge. This would be to obstruction A and obstruction B. We'll start with obstruction A. Currently, I don't have this labeled for felony misdemeanor, which one it would be yet. The proposed charge would be 10 months with a $5,000 fine, with the definition of indirectly tampers with the evidence, discovery, apprehension, conviction, or punishment of a crime after a crime has been committed or charged.
We might want to put a brief recess while all the PD have since left to deal with what they are dealing with. I'm sure they want to be here for this.
My only comment on these two charges is that you should remove the word tampers from the definitions because that would be very confusing considering we're going to have more tampering charges that exist. So I would just maybe call it obstruct, indirectly obstructs evidence, discovery, apprehension, conviction, or punishment of a crime.
So indirect obstruction with, okay, we can change that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
but I
having
s-
tampering in there, you're defining a different
confusing.
charge with tampering, which is already has its own definition, so that'll get really confusing.
This is tampering.
What was the wording you said? Indirect what?
Type word.
Indirectly obstructs evidence, discovery, apprehension.
We're not a parking lot. Why is there a car up here?
That's a chili bin. It's not a car.
Still vehicle.
I can see where the confusion would come from, but at
Hmm?
the same time, with
Okay. I missed some. Like what? I didn't. We're saying.
I was just gonna say I've been enjoying the. I like most of these so far, so I'm sad I'll have to miss it, but
Hell
I'll take
yeah.
some time to review and put my notes on it.
Yeah, get your notes together.
All right, thank you guys.
Are we on
Congrats,
recess?
Peter. Give me a hood.
Love you.
I would assume yes. We were
Yes,
already
we're on
on
recess.
recess.
There will be
I need
a
to see this.
brief recess
food.
whilst we sort out what on earth is going on.
I'm gonna
Justice,
look
please
through
get
the
to your
window.
chambers.
And Peter.
Peace out, Peter.
but okay, no goodbye for me. Okay, I see how
I'd
it
rather
is.
watch.
I'm sorry, Forrest.
There's no more food back here.
I'm glad I bought class 3s outside the courthouse for this.
I have no
shoot the new judge. What do you want from me?
Say less.
Did you?
Congratulations.
If there's a charge that already fits or is, doesn't need much change.
Airborne warrant, 4 cops, go, quick.
Yeah. You heard what
One additional not encompass.
Forrest, we're gonna go into chambers. The door is locked. Yeah, you heard them say, right? Yeah. Oh, welcome to chambers. Did you lock the door behind you? Okay. Have you seen the bananas having sex? My favorite thing to point out in here. Why is this statue here? I'm sad there was no food left in the back. Oh well. Probably. I really want to know what's going on. You know it's gonna be really hard not to call you Magistrate Justice PVK, right? Like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to be like Justice Von Karma. You're always gonna be Justice PVK.
I personally wanted to say congratulations, and although I can't call you it, I view you as Magistrate SAO. Right, so latest thing with obstruction that we've been presented so far. I see
I
where
believe
Byron is
the
coming from.
first one needs to be a misdemeanor, second needs to be a felony.
Okay. It's 10 months, 5,000 for the first one.
Yeah, and it says indirectly.
but-
So that sounds like, dropping a car off for someone. Like, it actually gives a charge where the other obstruction is direct, where, I don't know. I like
Right.
the two separate ones. Yeah, because it gives something for lawyers to argue as well because, well, why are we, let's maybe drop it down to the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I want separate charges for the tampering. I don't care if the ATM and electronic one are combined. That one doesn't bother me, but I want the unauthorized use of like an A and B essentially at least.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Have it be.
I
A
don't
and B.
care either way. Yeah, I don't care if it's A or B or we have it all three. I don't care, but I don't want it just to be one encompassing charge anymore.
Mm-hmm. But I see Byron's point. We don't want to.
Yeah, you're the target.
Overly
but-
bloat and already.
Yeah,
very
apparently
bloated
someone got
penal
paid money to
cases.
shoot the new judge.
I'd much rather have it bloated.
Welcome to the new role, my friend.
Well, looks like you're not gonna be the only one on protective detail.
And Clumsy was driving a stupid fucking ice cooler bike all over the courthouse grass. I wonder, maybe you could beat it. I'll talk to you in a bit. I've got to de-escalate something.
Lovely.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, we'll just stay
So
in here.
you know what that means.
Patrick,
If you want, you do
you are
not have
assigned to
accept it.
PVK if he
You
wants
don't.
it.
If you want it, you can have
wait,
a sheriff for protective detail. Okay.
All right.
Uh,
Patrick, it's all you.
Okay, well, hold on. Wait, today's crazy busy. I could do it for a bit, but I have breach trading at a okay.
Yeah, sir.
Yep.
Got it. I
Mhm.
can handle that.
I mean,
All right.
we have a good amount of the police force here, so.
Oh, they definitely
Yeah.
said they want to shoot the new justice.
We already dealt with that. So
For $50,000.
50,000
to shoot.
Damn.
PVK,
That's
I think
cheap.
you're worth more than that, to be honest.
Yeah.
That is very cheap, actually.
Don't get
Yeah,
shot.
I was gonna say,
I would like to point out the
assassinations of a
latest,
high-ranking official usually cost
but
more than that. To be
Latest
honest.
tweet from Farmer Jonesy requests telling people that he is buying gold bars and bill straps. Take
He
that
is
as a
currently
real.
in police custody, so.
How much does smoke a homie cost these days?
Oh my! What?
Oh
welcome,
my God.
welcome
I
back.
think you'd have to
Dude,
contact your
Danny.
local FDF person.
I think last time I saw an advertisement, it was only $5,000.
Something you'd like to tell me, Danny?
No. I'm just saying, like, they're paying 10 times more than smoke a homie to go after this guy.
Hey, I mean, oh no, sheriffs have funding now. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, I did just pay you guys for the foreclosure stuff, so.
Well, once it gets wrapped up out there, we'll get through this. It looks like after we talk about these,
Ew.
like a big group will get done after that, so we'll be almost done,
Hold on,
hopefully.
which one am I in right now?
Okay.
So, what do you guys think so far?
I like the proposed changes.
I
with
like
Patrick.
the
So
I like
far,
the
so good.
proposal, but I also think that we, as a department, do need to talk with officers because it is hardwired in everyone's head that we cannot go below half and half, and that's a concern.
I'm going to
for me.
talk about. We're going to
Yeah,
talk
that's
about
been
that
a long-term
internally.
policy that's
Okay,
since been
thank you, Shield,
dropped.
because
We
I was
shouldn't be
trained
going
that way
below
and
half.
I've-
Period.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Sorry, what was that, Shield? Could you repeat that?
We should not be going below half.
Well, then that means that we do need
My
the
God.
other charge then for tampering.
I agree. Absolutely.
I'm sorry about that.
I have a
question about evading.
That's also the experience I've had.
What?
What about
question?
evading?
Uh, is there a way to change it from evading when we're charging them after we actually apprehend them? Because to me, evading means they get away, and that's when we write the warrant and charge them with evading.
No, that's not it at all.
No,
Evading
that-
can be we run and we catch them too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it
It's-
the
it just-
individual
as soon
saying-
as they-
Evading
it's-
just
it's-
means they are running
Just
away
put
in
their
a
feet on the
vehicle.
gas pedal.
Mhm.
I was maybe gonna have it as like resisting arrest or wording it something different.
Let me just scooch in here, guys.
We have resisting arrest. That's when they're
That's when
running
they're
away
evading
on foot.
on foot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
one's on foot, one's in a car.
Yeah,
Hi, clumsy.
if you're querying that, it might be that someone's not passing the messages on correctly, but with evading, it can be any time. It doesn't
Keep
matter.
your head up.
Okay, all right.
As long as it's in a car, obviously.
Okay.
Didn't know
Has
it was muted
outside
for a
been
good
handled
majority of
yet?
that. Okay. What did I miss?
It's handling.
Okay. Looks like people are starting to filter back in, so if we want to get seated so we can
Okay.
get through
Yep.
this.
We were on obstruction, weren't we? That's where we
Make sure you're on the end.
Yes, we're working on obstruction A.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna leave it unlocked just so if we have to get in there quickly.
Yeah,
Well, there's only
right. Let
three
me.
of us now, so I
Mhm.
guess I'll take the middle.
Mhm.
Justice is Justice Byron coming back?
No, he had to go to bed. But he'll write up notes. He has your document. So it's just the three of us now.
Okay. So if everybody's ready, we'll go ahead and continue.
Everyone, please take a seat. Definitely lost a lot of people during that recess.
Yeah,
Maybe
probably
they're
a lot
still
of them,
dealing with the stuff outside. Should I wait just a little longer?
People still filtering. It looks like some people are still filtering in.
Yeah, I just put a tweet out saying that we're getting back underway, so we might get people filtering in.
Didn't realize I was muted for a majority of that shit.
I do see the assistant sheriff is absent, so I would like to wait for him to show back up.
The asked sheriff will not be able to attend for a while. He had to go 42 for an hour or two. I can fill in his place.
Understandable. Okay, so with that, I guess we'll go ahead and get back underway here. I went ahead and also filled in requested charges here for the classification of obstruction A. So currently, the proposal for obstruction A would be a misdemeanor, punishable by 10 months and a $5,000 fine. The definition for obstruction A would be to indirect obstruction with the evidence, discovery, apprehension, conviction, or punishment of a crime after a crime has committed or charged. This is to help encompass people that are getting hit with this large penalty for stuff as much as just saying they dropped off a car for a friend because they asked for it. Instead, they've been getting hit with large charges just for dropping a car to a friend unknowing to what's going on. This would be followed up with obstruction B, with the proposed felony for 15 months and $10,000, which is the direct obstruction with the evidence, discovery, apprehension, conviction, or punishment of a crime after a crime has been committed or charged. So it breaks this down into two different charges depending on the severity. Anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns with these proposed changes?
So, just for the purposes of like demonstration, what would what would and wouldn't class as direct and indirect, I guess, is just for clarity's sake. So you said somebody leaving a car for a
Would
friend
be an
might...
indirect. They're not directly obstructing. Direct obstruction would be coming in and picking somebody up, getting involved in a gunfight, blocking a pathway actively in your car. Those would be direct forms of obstruction.
Right, okay.
This could also actually apply now with the obstruction A to people who call the 911 line with false reporting, as it would be interfering with the said apprehension and discovery of crimes being committed or charged. Any other questions or concerns?
Now, this one sounds pretty straightforward and necessary. It helps alleviate a lot of concern on both ends, I feel.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next set here. This is going to be introducing a new charge for any crimes of violence. These will get rid of the ×2 unless directly attacking an officer because they are a said officer. But this would be the simple assault of an LEO with a misdemeanor, chargeable by 10 months and 2,500. This is the same definition of simple assault, but on an LEO. This is followed by assault of an LEO, misdemeanor, 20 months, $5,000 fine. Aggravated assault of an LEO, felony, proposal of 25 months, 7,500. Then we move into simple battery of an LEO, felony, 15 months, $4,000. Battery, felony, 25 months, 7,500. And then aggravated battery of an LEO, felony, 30 months, and $10,000. Any questions, comments, or concerns with those ones?
I do have a question. Is it while they're in the line of duty, or is it when they're off duty as well?
It does state in the definition here that it would be upon an on-duty LEO.
Okay. Guess I didn't catch that part.
Okay. So if somebody is attacked while off duty, specifically because they are a law enforcement officer, it will still be classified as a normal assault or violent crime per the penal code.
That is correct.
But that's where the ×2 would come into play.
If they are,
that would still be applied during that, just while the line of
yes, if you were targeted off duty for being an officer, you would still get the ×2. While on duty, it would be this, which most of these equal out to about 1.5 instead of the 2 times.
Oh, no, that makes sense. I just couldn't hear a part of that explanation.
Okay, the next one we're looking at would be a rewording of the GTA B charge. Currently, this charge, when it occurs against a government vehicle or officer vehicle, can be charged ×2. The rewording and redefinition would still classify this as a felony. The charge would now be 30 months and $15,000. The new definition would be unlawfully taking any vehicle covered under PC 1205 and any other vehicle owned by a government entity or organization. This removes the need for the ×2 clause at the end.
So, for the reference of the people present, PC 1205 is any property issued to a public servant, which includes police cars, aircraft, city buses, park ranger vehicles, ambulances, airport ground equipment, military vehicles, and weaponry.
The way
Issued
it's
to a public
phrased.
servant being the key part there.
Also, the way it's worded right now, technically, if an officer wanted to, they could double it.
Oh.
So this removes that chance, though I don't think any cop has done that I'm aware of.
What, on
Oh,
GTA
it has
B?
definitely been done as double.
Definitely has been.
Okay, I personally haven't seen it, but I
Yeah,
also
so
haven't
this
done lawyer
removes
work in
that.
2 years.
I think I
I
had a
did.
question. Let me just reread the definition.
Go ahead.
I have a question.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah,
you
I
can-
see. I see. Yeah, because at the moment GTA B, you could have it double. There's no need for it to be double because it's already a bigger charge than A anyway.
Exactly. So this is the removing that double charge.
Ensuring that every government vehicle is properly labeled.
Yes.
question.
And a question first.
Go ahead, sir.
This I'm not trying to be an asshole, trying to be mean. But this is mostly towards Piper up there. Just how are you supposed to see anyone's charges? Because I've been in the cells a lot, and I know a lot of my friends have, and usually the Chief Justice isn't down there in these kind of charges, so it's just like.
Did you not hear what I said? I said I haven't
about?
done it in over 2 years, but I didn't see it when I was a lawyer. But I also do see
That was 2
charges when
years
they
ago.
come across with summaries and bench trials and things like that. So I do see charges. And I also have lawyers that vent to me a lot.
Well, a lot of the times when the cops can double it or can do something like stack charges, they definitely will.
Well, I personally haven't
Especially the
seen it since I've
LSPD.
become a justice, but when I was a lawyer, I never saw it.
This
Things
is
may have
something I've
changed.
seen
again
occurring
2
a
years
lot
ago.
recently.
I've not been a lawyer for 2 years. A lot of stuff has changed.
That is true. A lot of stuff has changed, and that is why I have been fighting for this charge to be changed for well over 2 years now. Because this has been within the penal code for a long time, where the stipulation of GTAB is if it is covered within government vehicles, which encompasses everything but fire trucks, they can double it as it currently stands. This is a proposed change by me, because I have been fighting for this to be changed for well longer than 2 years.
It has been an ongoing issue.
Anyways,
in the...
I have a question. What's
Yes, Mr. Mal.
what's the time and fine?
I think it's the same, isn't it?
No, the proposed
Oh, you
is
changed
30 and 15,
So
which
if I
is
take
up for discussion.
If I take a bus, I get 30 and 15.
If it is covered under PC 1205.
Is a bus like a
If it was
transportation bus?
if it was
under there?
issued to a public servant, i.e., if a member of the police force was driving a prison bus, for instance, and you stole
okay, I see.
that, then
Or a
yes.
military transport vehicle, something like that. A
City
city bus
buses
is
are-
not a public servant.
City
Very cool.
buses are covered within the definition currently.
What buses?
City buses are covered within the
Yeah, that's what I
definition.
was talking about.
Oh,
Yes.
city bus. Sorry.
However, it specifically states issued to a public servant.
Which means
How
that
do
it would
you
be
issue a
against a
city bus to a
named
public servant?
entity, as it were. So, for instance, if it would basically be they would have to name who it was stolen from.
So in that case, so I've just noticed PT 1205 as it stands now does include city buses. But yeah, it would have to be issued to a public servant, which means actually, sorry, excuse me, it'd have to be changed anyway because the Davis units that drive the police vehicles around, that would still count as GTAB. So it would have to be looked at that we remove city buses from that list.
Cool.
And
I
change
can
it to
propose that
remove
change.
and change it to remove the issued to a public servant. Just have it as government vehicles because obviously, Mr. Davis PD are not on our books, but it's still a government vehicle. Yeah, stealing a city bus and getting 30 and 15 is the proposed would be a bit ridiculous.
I do agree with that. I've taken notes on that to remove city buses and only apply this to government vehicles.
Airport ground equipment is also listed in that. Would that be considered government?
That would be a question for the justices.
We don't run the airport, I don't think. So I don't think it should be considered government property.
It could be amended whereby
whispering.
it's fine if they're inside airport grounds, but when it leaves and is on the city streets, that's when it's a problem.
What is a GTA B? Because it's not government property.
I would say it's GTA A personally.
I think it's GTA A because we don't run an airport.
So with the new definition to remove city buses and it only cover government vehicles, the airport vehicles would not be considered government vehicles.
No, I don't think so, personally. Up to the justices what they feel on that, but that's what I feel.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next one if there's no other questions, comments, or concerns. The next proposed charge is a charge called grave robbery. It would be a misdemeanor chargeable by 5 months and a $3,000 fine. Definition would be the act of stealing valuables, artifacts, or remains from graves or tombs. This can include stealing jewelry, precious metals, and other items of value, as well as human remains for illegal trade or sale. I'll open the floor for questions, comments, and concerns on that one.
Would that be stackable with possession of stolen goods?
No, I don't think it should be.
Yeah, I don't think it should be either.
That is not defined currently, but I could get that into the definition that this is not stackable.
Please.
What was the time and fine?
5 and 3.
Any other questions or concerns with that one?
And this is also because desecration of corpse would be the wrong charge, right? This is just to add a
Yes.
charge for the specific.
Correct,
Desecration of the
because
corpse, yeah.
desecration doesn't cover the final resting place.
It's only while they're in interment. So
Yeah.
stealing it from the morgue before it's put, that's desecration of a corpse. Once it's buried, it's no longer an interment, which is what our penal code says.
As it currently stands, there was a temporary precedent set by myself in order to cover for the lack of a grave robbery charge existing.
Uber Eats, why you sending me
Sounds good,
stuff?
thank you.
I apologize. Would you be able to repeat that one more time?
As it currently stands, before we had this grave robbery charge proposed, I set a temporary precedent in order to make sure that appropriate punishment could be at the very least placed on those who attempted to rob graves.
Okay, with that, we'll move on to the next one. The next proposed change is disrupting of medical neutrality. This is a proposed felony with a 20-month charge and a $10,000 fine. This is defined as disrupting medical neutrality refers to any intentional or unintentional action that interferes with the provision of medical care or the impartiality of healthcare providers in conflict situations. Medical neutrality is a principle of international humanitarian laws and requires that medical personnel and facilities be protected and that the patients be treated without discrimination based on their political affiliation, nationality, and other factors. Any comments or concerns with that one?
Is this a? So what would be the example of this charge being used?
What do you mean by discharge?
No. What? No. What would
Oh,
the
where
example
would the
of
charge be used?
Yes.
This would be if medical staff was in pillbox working on a patient and individuals came in there firing weapons. This would be the disruption of medical neutrality. If there's a triage point set up and people are giving care and somebody was to attack said triage, this also covers people being refused medical care as well.
would this be stackable with hostage taking with regards to if medical staff is held up to secure the release of somebody?
This would not be. It is a higher charge.
Okay, so it would default to this over hostage taking. Okay.
Yes.
What's the time and final on this again?
20 months and $10,000.
Thank you.
I'll forward you the.
But this
document.
also
I see it. I just don't have it in front of me.
is to help
Okay.
stop any kind of bias saying that, oh, I will not treat you because you did this or that.
So that does present a problem because there are those people that do, in this state, hurt themselves quite frequently, and I have to go to the same place 3 times for the same person. Does that still mean that I'm breaking medical neutrality at that point? If I don't go to them for the 4th time?
I would honestly, if somebody is doing the same thing over and over again in the same place, hurting themselves repeatedly, include law enforcement in your next visit, as they obviously are having some kind of issue to cause them to be hurting themselves over and over.
Yeah. Because I've been told by the medical director that if people are continuously hurting themselves, that local EMS may treat them instead.
What?
You're not denying the medical care at that point because the locals are handling them.
A denial of medical care would be somebody walking into pillbox after, for instance, being shot, and you saying, no, I'm not going to help you.
As long as there's locals there, you'll be covered.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So if I get medical for some odd reason, and I go into the hospital, and the doctors say, let the locals treat you, I will not look at you, and then leave me on the floor, that's okay?
Well, no, they would have to make sure you're standing and get you over to the locals.
I got terrible and bad news for everyone here. That's literally happened to me on multiple occasions.
Well, this proposed new law would help prevent that situation from happening any
Would it?
further.
Are you sure?
This is my best attempt to create or resolve that
I think
issue.
that if you're having some problems with the medical staff, I'd recommend talking to the directors so they can look at conducting an IA investigation if you feel that there's a problem going on.
Who's the director? Who do I talk to?
I don't have the current list, but maybe the doctor sitting behind me does.
Hi, you can talk to Matu Davidson or MFS Tiggins, who are the directors. They're the co-directors of the hospital.
Yeah, okay. Because I got bad news for you. It's you. I'm calling you out in front of everybody. It's literally you.
When have I refused medical care to you?
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
There was 3 birds that came into the Schultz Medical Hospital, and then you locked yourself behind the door and didn't come to see us. That's real. That's real.
Literally had just clocked on, and I'd been.
Are you running away saying we're harassing you and then locking yourself behind the door? That's okay? Because to me, that's not what a doctor does. A doctor should help me, not lock themselves behind a door. But hey, at the end of the day, I didn't go to med school.
I think that issue would be best addressed with a director of medical services. But I do hear your concerns, sir. Does anybody else have any questions, comments, or concerns on that one? Also be aware these charges do still have to go through the justices for approval before any of these would be enacted as any type of law. These are all currently proposals to them. The next charge being proposed is the violation of parole. This would be a felony charge and the fine and time would be up to the judge's discretion based on previous actions causing them to be enrolled in parole. Defined by the violation of parole occurs when a parolee fails to comply with the terms and conditions of their parole agreement. This is pretty straightforward, but if anybody has any questions or concerns, I'd open the floor now.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to repeat that.
We've had how many instances of parole have we had in the state so far? 2.
2 pending a third. There is one that's technically out on parole, but his parole officer is no longer with the state. So, but I can't get involved as I was the victim of his crime, and I'm staying out of that one. But we have had 2 successful parole things, and we're planning on expanding the program as much as we can. Kaya has been a big help with that.
Okay, if there's no other questions or sorry, go ahead, Danny.
Would these times and fines be set by the justice at the onset of parole, or would it be based on the time? Would it be worked out at the time of violation? I.e., as part of their parole agreement, it states that if they violate their parole, this is the time and fine that they will serve, or is that something that we review once they violate their parole?
It's a situation. I'm not going to say the name, but person A that had parole, he got out early, and a part of his parole, when we set up the conditions of it, if he violated it, he'd have to go back for the 7 years that he was getting out early. Now
Would be
there
set
is
upon parole terms, pretty
yeah. Then there's the other situation with someone who was a lifer that's coming out on parole. We can't be like, oh, you got to go do the rest of your term that we're letting you out early. We would have like a time or fine set for that, or they would just go back to life in jail.
Or to finish the rest of their sentence, whichever.
Yeah.
It would depend on the situation itself, as well as how the parole is set up.
Okay. Thank you, Jonas.
So that brings us to our next one. This is a proposal to add the definition for cocaine. This would be under possession of a condensed Schedule 1 substance. This would be a felony with 15 months, $7,500 fine. The definition would be cocaine packaged into a single bulk unit, i.e. bricks and or pallets. Questions, comments, concerns? Perfect. We'll go to the next one. And this one is to address uncut oxy. This would be now possession of a condensed Schedule 2 substance proposed with a felony, 10 months, $5,000 fine. The definition is any raw form of uncut oxy without prescription. I'll open the floor to any questions, comments, concerns on any of this, as that is my last one.
So, just for the purposes of kind of clarity, where do these fit in terms of like with the pre-existing charges we have in terms of like?
So these would be their own charges. Is currently there is no definitive definition for bricks of cocaine, and there is no definitive definition on uncut oxy. So these are to help encompass them into a actionable charge.
From what I understand, currently, if you had a brick of cocaine, you're getting charged for 1 baggie of cocaine.
Okay, so these, right? So the time and fine is similar
What?
to 11 to 30. currently.
Huh?
Did you just come
Dude,
in
it just
from
took
the?
me so long to find the fucking bathroom, bro.
What?
How did
Ignore
you?
it. Keep going on. Just go on.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay.
Negative.
That was the
Got a lock on it, it should
craziest
be locked.
slide ever.
Hmm.
I want to go on that water slide. So, does anybody have anything else they would like to propose for me to adjust for the penal code as a proposed adjustment?
I feel like I should say this in the absence of Amy Stranger. Have you considered legalizing evading?
Ew.
You want to know
No.
something? We have told her that if she wants to try to propose it, she needs to come talk with the Solicitor General. And we've told her this 20 times.
Don't
But
give
she
her hope.
never came
Stop
to the
giving her hope.
meeting.
Please.
I refuse to.
That's fine. I will
I
tell her
would
no.
refuse
It's
it
okay.
too, but she didn't even take the opportunity. We said to go there, but she never did.
What about that former client of yours?
Anybody out there have
Do
any
you think
proposed
he
changes they'd like to
proposed
see?
anything?
No.
Hey, why are crowbars illegal?
They're currently. Where's the PC?
Legal tool.
I can't remember the PC, but it is covered under illegal tools currently.
1204B.
That would be it.
Use the wrench instead.
I mean,
Actually-
sometimes you can't get a crate open with a wrench, though. Like,
I
that's-
actually do have a question. Speaking of illegal tools, when were lockpicks added to the penal code?
About 3 years ago.
They've been there for a very, very, very long time.
They have.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's no charge for them, but they're listed as an illegal item.
One of those where if you're using them in a bad thing, then we can charge you. And we can take them anytime though.
Hey, can I charge a cop with petty theft for stealing my vest?
No.
Why not?
Because you're not a cop, you can't charge them.
Can I get them charged?
I mean, you can try.
You say try, but wouldn't that still be that? Like, what do you mean try?
Well, I can't promise that anyone will be charged because we'd have to look at each individual situation, right?
Like, what if they took my vest in the cells?
Yeah, that shouldn't be done.
So can I hit them with petty theft if I ask for it? Or is it gonna be, oh, it's gonna be investigated and we'll give you it back later? What if I want to push charges?
Could always try to sue him for the amount of the
That's what I
vest.
was
don't
gonna
wanna sue 'em.
say.
So then I gotta come here and it takes like, nah, I'm good. Can I just charge him?
You're not a cop.
That's fine. Can I just press charges? Why do I have to do a suit?
Then you need to get a
Over
lawyer.
$25
You would
on a
have-
vest.
You would have to do a suit. Or
I mean,
go
you
to
could
the
have them
arresting
investigate
officer,
it.
and the arresting officer may supply you with the money for a new vest. That would be another option.
Bro, they're
think-
taking my
you
vest
think we get
and
paid
then-
for that?
And destroyed them. Yes.
Hey, quick question: are there any lawyers
Recently,
in this
too.
courtroom right now?
Yes.
Yes, I'm a lawyer, sir.
There's two
I know
lawyers
you.
I'm looking at right now.
Which
And possibly a third very shortly.
Yes,
Oh yeah, and a paralegal in the back. Oh, I did want
The
to ask
flat
you, are you
cap-
able
The
to stay
flat
around
cap
a
and the
little bit?
Todd Fungi love child.
I need.
Or do you have to leave right after this meeting?
Never mind.
What's up?
Do you have to leave right after this meeting, or do you have a little bit of time?
I got a little bit of time. What's up?
There's a paralegal that wants to take his bar, and we thought it'd be a good
Hey,
opportunity
can
to
one of
train
y'all
you on how
lawyers
to
help me
give the
sue
bar.
PD?
Okay.
We
Depends
could
on what it's
discuss
for.
that after
Yeah, we
this.
could discuss that after.
Thank you. I'm looking
I'd
for
be more than happy
$400,000.
to sue Mr. Kyleson here as he's insulted my looks.
Well, lucky you. It's LSPD getting the sue.
Can we make it illegal for cops to insult people?
Would it be
We
illegal for
could,
you
but
to
then
insult them?
criminals need to stop doing the same. It's a
Shut
two-way
up,
street.
Shields.
I think I'd rather hear the banter.
Yeah, I'd rather hear banter. Freedom of speech. Let them
keep
roast
going.
each other.
Yeah, Magic getting mad at banter.
Shut up, Banks.
Who the hell is Banks?
The cop back there, the one that barks.
Oh. Anything from you, justices?
I'm going
I
to take
have
the
nothing.
silence as... Oh,
Forest Piper.
I don't have anything to say. I've already looked over this document quite a bit, so I don't really have. I have my thoughts on like. Blaze has my thoughts on it.
Okay, well, if no one else has any questions, concerns, comments, or additions to the request, then we'll go ahead and end this meeting and let you all go about your day. Thank you, everybody, for coming and being a part of this and helping us reform this penal code together.
It's mine, my bad.
right, okay.
We'll go.
An hour and a half later, we're done.
We'll go up to my office.
Sure.
It could have been much worse.
Yeah, it could have been.
Let's go rob
We
shit.
gotta go do bar exams up to my office. I don't know if
Yeah,
you
it's
want to
finished.
stick by or get another.
you didn't miss anything.
As long as someone's up there, I would just at least want one officer because they're gonna be an unlocked area.
Danny,
Bar exams, let's go.
I
Told you I'd
love
get your ass.
The door's locked.
Have you tried unlocking it?
Yeah, me or
No. I might break a fingernail.
That's 80k contempt.
Did he say 80?
I believe he did.
Did he say 8 or 80?
Did he say 80k contempt?
0, 0, 0, 0.
Oh.
I loved getting. I love getting called out. In
The
middle
reason he's
court.
doing that is because Marcel
Not
literally
only
comes
for
into
insulting the
court
Chief Justice,
every,
but for
like,
also
open
a
court
simple
that he's
assault.
here and punches people
Oh, the door's
randomly.
locked now.
So he's been warned numerous times.
They
That's
locked
why
the
he's doing
door.
it. I think it's too high.
You gotta go all the way around and use the
I think it's
bathroom.
fucking hysterical.
Anyone else doing simple assaults within the courthouse will be receiving an additional 80k.
Hawthorne is I'm getting the document together to send to you.
I think
for the bar.
I've administered one. Byron let me administer one before.
Yeah, but we have more questions now and stuff
Are you-
that I have
are
to
you
get
added
all
one?
together. Yeah, we added a little bit to it. Just give me 2 seconds to finish this up.
There you go. First day on the
So,
job,
yeah.
already getting shot. Let's go.
Stop that. So yeah, when considering the violation of parole, just bear in mind that that was finally approved by command. Yay!
I'm happy. I was working on a parole for a little bit there, so I'm happy.
You built the template.
Hi.
I
Couldn't
did.
have done it without you.
What? Oh my gosh.
I thought that was Kaya making that noise for a second.
I only make that noise in the
Stop
bedroom.
This is my spot.
Okay, fine. Take your seat. I'm trying to get this together for PVK so he can administer his first bar.
I administer and drop them bows. Did this man time travel out of the 60s? Like, who is this guy?
Excuse me?
Not you. You traveled out of the 80s. I'm talking about the paralegal over here.
Say what, sir?
Did you travel out of the 60s with that haircut and suit, or did you just kind of pick those up as you came in?
Well, I like to look sharp, you know, when I'm doing my job. When there's, you know, some woman's about.
I like him already. He doesn't get offended. I'm gonna stare into this plant intently for 2 seconds.
We
Not
already
the
talked
plant I
about
know
this.
you want to
We
be
would
looking
have
at.
plants later.
Okay, you can take a seat either side. Although PBK, it'd make more sense for you to come over here. Okay, he's thinking.
I'm making him stand.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
It's all right. I prefer to
I
stand. If
sent
y'all
you
don't mind.
the.
You can sit by me if you
Where'd
want.
Forrest go?
Are we not doing a written exam anymore?
Well, you ain't got to tell
No,
me
we don't
twice.
do them anymore. It's verbal.
I thought we moved
I only
back to
buy it
written.
if you're shield. So
That's only if we don't have time to do
Well,
verbal.
how much is a name change?
Verbal is better, like 100% of the time. But like, if no justice can schedule time, then we can do the written one.
All right. Oh God, he's manspreading.
Let me see where Forrest is.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna look
he
at these.
I
wants
believe
to-
he's down there giving charges of contempt to people for $80,000.
Oh,
So funny to me.
So people won't be very happy.
that's not good.
Are you coming up? I'm gonna need you here because I have to zone out for like a
where's
minute,
Hawthorne?
and he's on the phone with me right now.
Get him up here, please.
I would come up here immediately. Kaya just said that you need to come up here immediately. I'm assuming something happened.
Where did I put my water? Where did I put
Well, that don't
Get
sound
up
good.
here! Come on, just get your butt up here.
Okay, chat. Where did I put my fucking water bottle? I don't know where I put my water, and this is genuinely concerning. It's a small ass apartment. Where could I have possibly put it?
If people want to fuck around at the courthouse, they are going to get contempt. Simply put.
There's nowhere
Let
this
them.
water bottle could be that I'm
Oh,
not.
let them act on it. I would love for them to get, life in prison for attacking
Calm
me.
down. Okay, Hawthorne, can you monitor over him with the bar? I need to zone out for a minute. So just
Yeah.
start monitoring him.
It was in my bag.
Okay.
Welcome back, Dad.
Found it.
Who's Dad?
Hawthorne.
Your dad now? Interesting.
They said he's my dad.
All right, is everyone ready? Everyone happy? Everyone excited? It's my favorite game show.
All right. I like game shows.
Just think of it as one giant game show that decides the next step of your career.
All right, then. Do I get to press my luck on this one?
Oh, no, but you do have to spin a wheel at the end.
Is there a car? Can I
Um,
win a car?
no.
Trip to Acapulco?
I'll give you $1 bill.
Well, that's all right with me.
All right. So with these threats, we do suggest that if you leave the courthouse, you have a security detail. Obviously, you do not have to take it.
I'll sleep in my office.
Okay.
I live at the courthouse, basically.
Okay. Well, if you feel threatened at all, you call us. Okay.
Sure. Am I gonna have an officer in here doing the bar exam?
We're right here.
Are
Yeah,
you
I'm
guys
not-
staying?
do have two of them
You made
present.
it sound like you were leaving.
Nope.
Okay.
Miss Kaya, could I have a taser in case somebody tries to come in?
Absolutely not.
Oh, I would love to tase somebody.
Can I have my taser back?
No.
Only if you tase me, baby.
Never mind. I
Them
don't want it.
tasers must be real nice. Everybody seems to want one.
Do I gotta read all of these, or do I pick and choose?
We'll have to go through
Chief
all of them,
Justice's
but you pick a few to start off with. You can choose whatever order you wish.
So I gotta ask all of them. I just choose, but I gotta choose my order.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, we're gonna be here for a while. Okay.
It's true with all of our exams. Which reminds me, I need to get some paperwork done.
Let's see here. Ooh, okay.
I can do it.
I got it. I got it. Patrick, mark patrol 1 for me.
So, welcome to the Bar Exam. I'm Magistrate Justice Peter Von Karma. You can just call me PVK. It's fine by me. Next to me is Justice Forrest Hawthorne and Chief Justice Piper Noel and the Solicitor General. The officers in the room are for our safety, and they are here because they want to be and they look pretty.
All right.
Your name for the record? I don't think I've met you.
Rupert Deaton. I'm a paralegal.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. How long have you been practicing in the city?
Well, I reckon a couple months, I guess.
Oh,
I work
okay.
for Mr. Danny.
Very well. So, I'm going to start you off with some definitions. I'm going to give you a word, and you're going to give me the best definition to your knowledge, okay?
All right.
Alright, what is an objection?
Well, that's when something is going on in a court case and you don't rightly agree with it. So that might mean something like maybe they's asking a leading question or something like that. So I would come up with an objection, say objection, Your Honor, and then say why I was objecting.
Okay. What's an injunction?
What's an injunction?
Yes.
Well, isn't that when you judges decide that somebody is doing something that think they might have to do something? Like if you got the say, hey, you gotta pay them people because you done them wrong or something like that. You done cheated them. So I'm gonna say I got me an injunction. You gotta give them $20,000, something like that.
You kind of got the idea. It's basically a court order. The court ordering someone to do something.
All right. Yeah, I ain't never been, but like the one case, maybe two. I'm looking forward to doing that.
Okay. What is the exclusionary rule?
You said exclusionary rule?
Yeah, correct.
Yes, you may also know that it says fruit of the poisonous tree.
Yes.
I'm gonna have something on my head.
Well, I think that means that the judges find something that some piece of evidence that the police done got that can't be used for some reason. Isn't that like maybe if they maybe wasn't collecting it right, and maybe they didn't have no probable cause to search somebody or something like that? Wouldn't they say we gonna say that you can't submit that evidence, that's excluded, something like that?
Yep, you got the idea. It's basically evidence that was obtained illegally.
All right. And couldn't that be something like maybe the physical evidence won't transported or treated properly, something like that?
That refers, I don't think it's a question on here.
Oh,
No.
okay.
That refers to something called chain of custody.
Oh, that's right.
What does burden of proof mean?
Well, I think that just means that if the police is accusing somebody of something, that they's the one that got to come up with all the evidence and the reasoning that kind of goes along with the person being kind of presumed innocent, and just basically mean that it's on them. When they say fancy word for that is burden, that they gonna have to try and prove that they done it. It ain't up to the person to prove that they's innocent.
All right.
I think the same thing in a civil case, right? If I'm saying, hey, you done cheated me, I got to prove that you done cheated me.
Perfect. What is a warrant? Pretty much. What is a warrant?
A warrant? Well, I think the police issue them when they done found evidence that somebody done committed a crime, so they gone.
I am so sorry to interrupt. We have been requested to move to a more secure location.
Okay. Chambers then?
Chambers it is.
They asked that we move from the courthouse altogether.
Oh, where would you suggest?
Wait.
Wonderful.
I thought they were
Chambers?
just saying officers move out if you're not doing something and just be behind locked doors.
Okay.
Chambers is
I
locked.
could
Let's
have
go
heard that.
Chambers.
Yeah, I could have heard that incorrectly, but I thought that's what they said.
Chambers is lockable, and all the
Okay.
windows are bulletproof.
Okay.
Oh, well, maybe it's because there's a Twitter saying they don't know about the bomb.
If it's clumsy, he says it all the time.
Just charge him with terrorism.
That's what we should add to the penal code: terroristic threats.
Yeah, they're wanting us out of the courthouse.
Okay, to
so
the
where do we
sheriff's
go then?
office.
Oh, that's a
Let's
big
do
gun.
Well,
I bet
we
she
have
knows how to use it too.
2 officers, so
You got 3 officers.
okay. Well, we're gonna have to separate into some cars.
I call shotgun.
We all know which car they're going to target.
What, y'all want me to just meet y'all down at
No, you can come with.
Yeah, we're gonna finish
I
your
want
bar.
all of you.
Okay.
I love being rescued by big, strong people.
Wait till officers go out there, please, just in case. Wait till officers.
Davis, I don't like this idea though.
Okay, hang on.
I know.
Wait.
but-
Blaze, get back here.
Yeah, I really don't like this idea.
Seems more risky to be moving.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I think we go Chambers. I'm sorry, I just don't feel comfortable
think it's
moving you
because
guys in
the
vehicles.
Clumsy took a photo of the thing and said they don't know about the bomb, so they're afraid there's a bomb on there.
Yeah, so that's why we need to be moving to another location. I suggest Davis. There's no windows.
Yep, we can do that.
Davis is good.
Let's
Davis
pull
is
out
good.
cars before we let these guys out.
Let's pull out
Yeah.
unmarks.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yep.
get my scout.
I went to Davis for the first time the other day for a sale
It's
call.
so nice. I love it there.
It used to be my little SAO office. It was great.
I like the look of it. I think the fella said
Alright.
that they was doing detective work out there now.
I'm gonna have Hawthorne in the car with the 2 cops.
It was a hell of a first day, ain't it?
Plus the 3 of us.
Yeah,
Cars to the
yeah.
All right. We're ready. Let's go.
We're going to be moving all the justices down to Davis PD.
I feel so official now.
Take the front seat, PVK, or
I'm
make
gonna
sure
put-
Hawthorne's in the back.
I'm gonna put
Got
Kaio up
him.
front. Are they targeting Kaio?
Bobby, can I have you in
Or
the
not
other
Kaio,
car?
Forrest.
Okay. Thank you.
Are they targeting Forrest now?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's the one
yeah.
who issued the charge.
Could have added another 0.
If he added another 0, I would step in and say that's too much. I understand frustration, but 800K would be too much.
I've been working as a detective for months and months. I don't even have 800K.
Now, I understand why he charged Marcel that much, because Marcel comes into open court constantly. Every time he's there, he starts punching people. And Hawthorne has warned him hundreds of times to stop or he'll get a high fine, and I guess Forrest had enough today.
I mean, he literally ran up and punched an officer in the courthouse, so
Oh, he punches Forrest a lot too.
yeah. If you're
See, this is where it gets complicated. So, in the past, whenever a judge is directly targeted, we give the LSSD money to run protection for us. But the thing is, Hawthorne refuses protection every time. So it's like, I was stuck in there for a second. I don't think I've ever seen you with a big gun out.
I don't even normally carry one, to be honest.
I think it looks good on you.
Thank you.
All right, make you guys self at home.
Hey, Theo, you want to continue PVK? Hawthorne. Over
There's
here
a
for just
really
1 second.
nice seating area up there.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, that's
Go
where I
Pete.
took some of my headshots. Please have a seat.
I think I'm just gonna stand if that's all right with y'all.
No,
I think this one looks like my seat.
Attacking a justice.
And thank you for your patience going through all this
That
with
is
us.
my view on this.
Oh, me? That ain't no thing.
That's why I asked you if you wanted it, because if you
I
wanted
don't
it, I
want
would
the
do it.
protection
But you
because
don't want
I'm
it, so
not-
I won't add it.
Yeah, I will not change my lifestyle because they view that my decision is wrong.
Okay.
I make
Alright,
my
won't
decisions
hire
based on
LSSD
action.
then. That's fine. If you know, that's why I asked, because I didn't want to just assume that you would take it. I personally always take it. As you can see, PBK, you have a choice whether you want it or not.
Considering where I live, I would definitely be taking it.
Oh yeah, you live in a bad neighborhood.
Nah, I live with 2 other justices and the chief of police and an attorney.
Dang,
All in one house.
that must be a big house.
No. It's a 2-bedroom.
My house is we have a sergeant of the LSSD, 2 justices, and an ex-justice all living there. Although I hear said ex-justice is back, so
Is that who I saw walk into the courthouse?
no.
I don't think that was him.
I didn't see Atwater, no.
Did you not see Beta Atwater walk in?
Atwater, but I know Chase is back.
Yeah, Atwater sent me an email saying if we needed extra help, he would step back up, but if we didn't need it, then just pretty much call on him in reserves if we need a justice.
Okay. Good to know.
Cool. So, back to where we were. So
I
go
think
the
I was
warrant.
talking about yeah. I say, well, that's when the police done got some evidence on somebody. Maybe they couldn't catch them, so they go on issue a warrant with charges attached to it and say, you know, this person that we identified, they done this and they done that, and then they get caught again. They get to face them charges in addition to whatever they got. So I go on down there, get the officer to show me what the warrant's like, and we see how it's writ up. I find they got to write them up pretty good though, because you know the officer that issues them usually ain't there. So
All right. What does sustained mean?
sustain. Well, I guess that's be when a judge agrees with an objection. They say it be sustained. I think, and I think the opposite. That's what overruled. I think that's what I seen on Matlock anyway.
You answered my next question. What's overruled?
I mean, you done put up an objection and the justice decides, well, they don't think that's right, so they tell the other person go ahead.
All right. In a court case, who is the plaintiff?
Well, that's a person that, like you was talking about earlier, they got to prove something. So let's say it was a civil case and I was trying to say somebody done wronged me, they done cheated me or something, or maybe they ain't paid their mortgage or something, then I'd be the plaintiff trying to get this court to give him an order to go and pay me my money or whatever else they seem fit. So I'd be trying to prove that the other person, the defendant, done something wrong. Or if it was the state, it's usually the state that, they the plaintiff trying to say, so-and-so done robbed a bank or killed somebody or something.
All right. And the defendant?
Well, that's a person I'm gonna probably be dealing with most of all. That'd be the person that done been accused of doing something either civil or criminal. And that'd be the person that they was trying to convict of a crime or to get the judgment against. They thought they done something wrong civilly. So that'd be the defendant.
Okay. What's a subpoena?
Well, that's some kind of court order that can make something happen, whether that's like somebody need to come testify in a case, or maybe they need to issue a subpoena to get some records or something with somebody, maybe their bank or telephone records or something like that. And I think the police, try and go before the justices and get them to go on this as a subpoena when it's appropriate, and they got to convince them of that with some good arguments, some good evidence, things like that.
Are police officers the only ones that can ask for a subpoena?
I think that the lawyers can ask for them too. If they need some evidence and the judge agrees, they might go on and issue one.
Very well. What is a continuance?
Well, I think that's when there's some kind of delay for some kind of reason, right? Say, well, maybe we was waiting on something and the judge decides, well, we're going to continue this. We're going to do this later.
Okay. What is a plea deal?
Well, that's when the person accused of a crime, them and their legal team, whether it's a paralegal or a lawyer, decide that, well, we're gonna go ahead and plead to this, but you gotta do this or that. If we go and do that, save everybody the trouble of having to go to court. And that usually means that you agree on some kind of set time or fine, and both sides agree, yep, that'll be all right. And so they're gonna go ahead and plead guilty or no contest, and with the agreement that they got a certain time and fine or something like that.
Okay. And my last one here for definitions is, what is an abeyance?
An abeyance. An abeyance.
Correct.
Well, I can say I definitely ain't I ain't run across that right yet. I ain't run across that quite yet.
It's more one of the obscure ones. We'll circle back to it at the end, okay?
Okay.
What are the legal definitions of reasonable suspicion and probable cause?
Well, reasonable suspicion come before probable cause for sure. And so to get like probable cause, you need that for a warrant for sure. And that means that basically a reasonable person would assume that a crime done been committed, is getting committed, or is going to be. That means you got some facts and stuff to back that up and whatnot. It's pretty obvious that something done happen. So that's a probable cause. Reasonable suspicion is just less than that. You know, you ain't quite got enough for probable cause, but there's something there. And so that's reasonable suspicion.
Okay. Can you give me an example of a reasonable suspicion and probable cause?
I think so. So like if let's say a police officer done seen somebody, you know, transporting drugs or something out the house and put it in their car, right? Then they say, well, we're gonna go ahead and search that car. Well, that, you know, they got probable cause to do that if they done seen it with their own eyes, you know, got evidence. You know, it's probable cause, something like that. Or, you know, that's, you know, they pretty sure they done seen something specific, you know, obvious. Well, you know, I done seen them put that stuff in their car, so, you know, that's probable cause. You know, reasonable suspicion less than that, so maybe, you know, they say, well, they've been, you know, seeing somebody maybe hanging out and they's, you know, making like they was gonna break into a house or something like that. You know, they's around the house they don't own, and you know, they got a team of folks and they milling around, look like they casing the joint and all that type of stuff, but they ain't done nothing yet. You know, that might be reasonable suspicion, you know.
Okay. What is ex parte communication?
Ex parte communication?
Yes.
Well, you know, that's a pretty fancy word. But is that something where somebody's talking to a judge, but talking to the judge about a case? But I reckon the other folks don't know that they's doing that.
You got the idea. How can this be an issue?
Well, that might be influencing the case, you know, especially if it's something like, say, prosecution talking to the judge about a case, you know, without, say, defense knowing that or something like that. That might prejudice them judges or something. So that might be a problem. You know, or civil case, maybe one side or the other don't been talking to the judge, and the other don't know that they've been doing that. That probably could be a problem.
Okay. Explain the 6th and 14th Amendment.
Well, Sixth Amendment basically means you got to have a speedy trial. You can't, you know, charge somebody and then wait forever to, you know, wait to have a trial like that. Also mean that, you know, it's got to be public. You know, can't have no secret stuff or nothing like that. And then 14th Amendment talk about how, you know, the rights that people got can't be infringed by the law, you know. So basically you got to, you know, follow due process and things like that.
Due process.
Can't just, you know, up and just decide, you know, well, you going to jail, you know, something like that. Got to have process.
Okay. I'll see if the
Equal, you know, got equal protection and whatnot, you know. Me and you and everybody else got all the same, you know, all the same rights and whatnot.
Good. Is it acceptable for an attorney to provide information or evidence to court they know could be false?
No, you can't be doing that now.
I love it, Scott.
That's called lying, and my mama said you can't be lying.
Okay.
I think I probably get in trouble with the judges be lying about stuff.
Within the state of San Andreas, the Department of Justice will levy a verdict without prejudice in almost every instance. However, cases can be ruled on with prejudice. When does this occur and who can enforce this?
With prejudice.
Correct.
Well, I think with prejudice means that that's it, right? Basically can't come back for this. Man, and we's done with this. We done decided. That's what prejudice means, right?
You got the right idea. And who can enforce this?
Well, I imagine that if the judges issue something with prejudice and you try and bring something back to the docket, they're going to say, nope, we done issued this one already with prejudice. So I would reckon that either the judges or Mr. Danny would say, nope, they done already ruled on that one.
He's got the idea. That wasn't exactly what I was asking, but he's got the idea. Okay. Moving on. What is a chain of custody and how does it apply to a case?
Well, I think that just means that, like, when the police collect the evidence, they got to make sure that they know, like, who collected that evidence, you know, that it was transported proper, that it was stored proper, and that whoever did all the processing and whatnot, that we know who they is, that everybody done everything all proper. You know, they ain't leave the evidence in the car, you know, ain't set it on some counter where any old body can get to it and mess with it, things like that. So, you know, they got to be able to say, well, you know, we collected this blood or these gun casings. It got transported over to wherever Davis or whatever. This officer done that. Here's the officer that done, you know, done all the work on the evidence, so check it all out and whatnot. Here's where we done stored it and it's been locked up and all that.
And how does it apply to a case?
Oh, well, if I got questions about how the, you know, the chain of custody, I get that evidence dismissed, you know. If he's like, well, I don't know who processed this, or, you know, I don't know where the evidence was stored, all that type of thing, I could say, hey, I object to this. And I don't think they can submit that evidence because it won't handle proper, you know what I mean?
All right. What is the maximum sentence that can be carried out in time and fines from basically the San Andreas State Police? So LSPD, LSSD. What's the maximum fine and time they can carry just in the cells?
Right. So for if it ain't aggravated, they do 30 and 15. If it's aggravated, it's 45 and 30. Of course, if it's first time, it's 10 and 10 is a maximum.
Okay. What about from a summary judgment?
Well, I think it's more for there, and I think for summary, for aggravated, I think it's 75 and 200, and then for non-aggravated, it's 60 and 100.
You are worth more than any cop in the city.
Say
We
what
only
now?
get they're only offering $15K per cop.
And I'm worth 50?
You're worth 50.
Fuck yeah, bud.
What in the hell is going on? People done lost their dang mind.
I'm worth over triple what a cop cost apparently to get a hit out on.
They putting hits out on people for doing contempt charges? What in the hell is wrong
I
with
did
people?
issue the contempt. They just want the new justice shot. Down with the ban, you know?
They want
I
all
reckon.
of us.
Oh,
Now.
they want you too now, Piper?
Well, I'm assuming all of DOJ because I know they want Forrest, you. At this point,
I don't think
I
they
think
want
they would
me.
be. They'd take anyone from DOJ. It's like how Forrest lost his feeling is like last time. They were just going after DOJ. They don't care.
Do they want us to just call in the military to handle things?
Again.
They're going after cops just for the charging of the contempt. Like, the cops don't even have control over that. That's us.
Mm-hmm.
I am currently documented 11 incidents since we've left court in which they've been following officers.
Ay, ay, ay.
And pulled guns.
Some people ain't got no sense.
What's the maximum time and fine from a plea deal?
From a plea deal? Like, you mean in the cell?
A plea deal with the justice that signs off on it.
You mean like in a cell trial? I know the cell trial maximum is for aggravated 75 and 260 and 100 for non-aggravated.
And what if there was a court charge involved?
You mean if I had to go to court?
Correct. Or they did a plea deal with a court judge.
Oh, like they show up at court and say, well, we're going to go ahead and not have this.
Correct.
Well, you know, is this for criminal, right? We're talking about
Correct.
criminal?
Yes.
Well, I gotta admit, I don't have that in my notes nowhere. I don't rightly know what the maximum is at a trial.
That's okay. The maximum for a trial is 2 years and is no fine maximum.
2 years? Good Lord.
It can be extended to 7 years with a heinous clause, or in certain instances, we may go up to life in prison, depending on the situation.
Well, feller that I was working with a little bit while Mr. Danny was away, he done got 30 years.
Yeah, most standard trials are 2 years, but it can be extended depending on circumstances.
All right.
What is the statute of limitations for court cases?
I need a 10-100 really bad.
Say what? He said 10-100. What the hell is that?
I don't
He's
know,
taking a
10
nap.
codes or something. Okay.
What is the statute of limitation for court cases?
Statute of limitations on court cases. So that means how long before charges go away? So that's 45 days for criminal charges, 30 days for civil. I think they say it's what 30 days to appeal something and 21 for misdemeanors.
Correct. And what if a court charge is involved?
A court charge?
Yes,
You
like
mean
murder.
like murder or something like that? I don't think
Correct.
there is no statute on that, is it?
Good. What is judicial interference and should it be avoided?
Judicial interference, right?
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's like where the judge is kind of going on beyond where they're supposed to, right? Like if it's beyond kind of what they're supposed to be doing, like deciding. And I think, yeah, it should be avoided, right? So like, you know, let's say a judge was looking at somebody and say they thought I was doing a bad job, and you know I might ought to object to something or whatnot. They can't help me with that because they're supposed to be impartial. even if they thought I was doing a bad job. On the flip side, if they thought the prosecution should have maybe brought something up, they ain't supposed to help them with that.
Okay. What is the difference between pleading not guilty and not contesting the charges?
Well, if you're saying you're not guilty, that means you say, hey, I ain't done it, and we're going to have to go ahead and go to trial. Right? That means I ain't, and what they might do is if can't, get nobody there, if they want to go to trial, they're going to go ahead and max them out. Folks go on and serve that. They can get them a lawyer and get them a court case later. And if they win that case, and the judges will do their best to go ahead, reverse the impact of that, because they done paid the fine, done the time, they won't guilty. Right? And if you don't contest the charges, you ain't saying you're guilty, but you're kind of saying, well, y'all probably got enough to convict me on this one, so we ain't gonna contest them. We gonna go ahead and work out some sort of agreement on time and fine, something like that.
Okay. We're going to transition into sort of some scenario questions here.
All right.
First one's a bit of a shorter one. You are a prosecutor in a case and are in danger of a Brady violation. What does that mean? What does a Brady violation mean? We'll start there.
Well, that means that I got to turn over any evidence I find that might help the other side, right? So, like if, let's say I had somebody said, well, this person did some crime at some place, but maybe the police interviewed somebody and they said, no, I don't think that person was there. And I got to go and give that to the defense. If I don't disclose that, I can get in big trouble.
Okay. How can you avoid committing a Brady violation?
Well, I think you just got to make sure you disclose everything, that even might help the other side, right? So, just got to be diligent, make sure you share, all the information you've got that, they can go over to the other side so that they can see the full picture of it. So, you just got to make sure that, when you're supposed to hand over your stuff to the defense, that you go and do that and make sure it's complete. Don't try to add stuff later and whatnot. And also make sure that, like I say, if you got something that don't help the case, you go ahead and hand that over too.
Okay. Next scenario. Captain Boner Bonerson, a distinguished canine officer, has been on shift for several hours. He needs some fur ruffles, a belly rub, and reinforcement that he is indeed a good boy. His handler is not paying attention when a Bran Robinson comes along and has a little chat with Captain Bonerson. The captain seems to recognize and accept him for being nearby. Mr. Robinson feeds the captain a Mexican chili cat, a very rare.
True story.
This is a true story. A very rare delicacy known to cause bowel inflammation and. Okay, the dog shits.
Okay, so it makes somebody's dog ill.
Pretty much.
Fed him something. All right.
Well, the dog doesn't feel ill. It's everything around that dog that's gonna be feeling ill. You feel me?
Oh, I get it.
Mr. Robinson is detained by the captain's handler and questioned without being read his rights. He is searched and is found Mr. Robinson is carrying no illicit goods, but another serving a Mexican chili cat. Are there any applicable charges? Why or why not?
So, when he searched him, he did more than just like a Terry pat down, right?
Correct. He did a full pat down. Are there any charges for Mr. Robinson? I should clarify.
For Mr. Robinson, you mean the guy that done give the dog the stuff that made him stinky?
Correct.
Well, I mean, I guess if it had made the dog sick, you'd think it'd be animal cruelty or something. But you saying all the devils? I mean, the dog won't ill or nothing. It just everybody around it was just real stanky.
Oh yeah, he real stanky.
Well, say what now?
I never met Bona, so I don't know what the Mexican chili cat did to him. Was
Oh,
it
it's
anything similar to,
that thing stank up a room. That thing was it. You ever met Nugget?
Okay, so it's equivalent to Nugget levels?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if ain't nobody get hurt or nothing, I mean, I'm not sure there's much you can do as far as charges go. I mean, he ain't interfere with no police work or nothing, did he? So, I mean, although it seems like it's pretty annoying, I'm not sure that there was any crime. I mean, did the officer didn't state like, hey, I'm gonna need to search you. Here's, I think you might have done this, and let me read. Especially since he ain't read him his rights. So I don't know. I don't think there ain't no charges there. I mean, if he hurt the dog, he might be talking about animal cruelty or something like that. But if he was gonna charge him with something, he probably should have, read him his rights first and had some probable cause, to go and search him and do more than just to pat down and find weapons or something if he thought he was, somebody was in danger. So I think that's a little questionable on my part. I'm not sure he had right to go and search him, and especially if he didn't think there was no, if there wasn't no crime committed there.
Okay. Your client was stopped by the LSPD for violating the penal code numbers 1308 and 2905, leaving Grove Street after a criminal drug sale complaint. At the time of the stop, your client did not speak to a peace officer, but did comply by providing the license, registration, and proof of insurance. The officer felt that your client's silence was providing what the trooper defined as probable cause to investigate further, and ordered your client out of the vehicle, at which point they were detained and read the Miranda rights. Your client wished to speak to an attorney prior to the person and vehicle being searched, where 50 kilograms of unprocessed marijuana were found. Was there a violation of your client's rights? Why or why not? Would there be any additional charges? Why or why not?
So 1308 is speeding, right? And 2905 is yielding. So let me just get this straight now. So officer pulled him over for a traffic stop, basically because he was speeding and failed to yield to a police vehicle, right? That's the gist of it?
Correct.
All right, and then we basically walk up and say, hey, give me a license registration. He went on, did that. But the driver of the car wouldn't say nothing? Basically just didn't speak at all?
Correct.
Okay. And then the officer then said, well, go and get out the car, and then proceed to search the car, right?
Correct.
And at what part did he read him his rights?
When they were detained and ordered out of the vehicle.
Okay, so they said, go and get out the car, you being detained, your rights are this, right?
Correct.
And then you said my client said, well, I want a lawyer before you search the car. Is that what he said? Something like that?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't think the officer should have done search that vehicle. Because, what crime? He found what he found, but he could have found anything. It could have been a body in there. It could have been anything. So, I'm not sure the officer could have said, well, hey, this specific crime was being committed, so I'm going to search this vehicle to find evidence of that crime. I mean, he was just fishing, seemed like to me. So if that was my client, I'd argue that, hey, you know, officer said, give me your license and registration. He went on and did that, and he got a Fifth Amendment right not to say nothing. Now, maybe I'd advise my client, instead of just saying nothing, maybe in future say, well, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment, you know, right not to say nothing, officer. That might have been more helpful. But I don't feel like that officer had probable cause to search that vehicle. I mean, what crime? I mean, you ain't got to search the car to prove, you know, speeding and failure to yield. You know, what crime did you have probable cause of to search that vehicle? You know, I think I'd ask that question. So I don't think he should have done that. I think we'd have a pretty good chance in court.
Okay, next scenario. What is a leading question, and can you object to a leading question? Let's start there.
Yeah, well, you can definitely object to one, but that'd be something like, you know, somebody on the stand and I say, well, ma'am, you know, wasn't so-and-so there, you know, or, you know, you saw this guy wearing an orange shirt, right? You know, something like that. That's a leading question. And yeah, I'd object to that.
Okay. Let's say you're in a trial, and you've asked all of your questions to your witness, and now it's time for the other side to cross-examine the witness. They start with the following question. It's true you have been drinking, correct? Can you
I'd
object to that question? Yep.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, I'd object to that. That's right. Because, I mean, that's leading right there, right? Well, I mean, that's also kind of ask and answer to me, really, more. Because, you know, I mean, the guy asking the question, basically answering it right in the, you know, right in the question. Probably should have said something like, you know, was you drinking? And then let them say yes or no, you know, rather than ask it the way they done asked it, I think.
Okay. Next scenario. You're a civil defense attorney and your client is being sued for causing emotional distress to the plaintiff. The plaintiff turns out to be your significant other who you have been dating for quite some time and has told you about the incident. Does a conflict exist? Why or why not?
Well, I mean, I think so. I think I can't be involved in that one. Because, you know, even if I was to be, you know, do my best to help my client, it might look like I won't, you know. So I think I'd have to bow out of that one.
Okay. You are a criminal defense attorney attending an event at the Bahama Mama. During the event, 6 individuals wearing masks and showing no identifiers rob the place and leave quickly. About 20-30 minutes later, you get a call, show up to the police department, and are asked to represent who PD suspects to be one of the culprits. Is there a conflict? Why or why not?
Well, man, so, I mean, I think technically I can help that person. Now, did they rob me or did they just rob the business?
It does not specify.
They don't specify? Well, I'd imagine if they robbed me particularly, right, they took my watch, took my wallet or whatever, and it was clear to me, you know, this look, you know, they ain't changed clothes or nothing. It's obvious this is one of them people that I think I'd probably go on and bow out there. I think, you know, maybe under some different circumstances, they didn't rob me in particular. I was just there. And we ain't sure, you know. I think I might be able to do it, but, you know, if there was another attorney on, I'd just being super cautious, I'd ask somebody else to take that if they's available. But I think if they didn't rob me in particular, and there won't nobody else available, I think I could probably go on and take that, but I don't think it'd be the best scenario.
So, sorry to interrupt PVK on this one, but
it's all right.
I want to make sure that this is understood. you may represent anybody to a crime that you are a witness to.
Right.
That is not an issue. In fact, you may know details that can help with making sure that the right person is charged and the wrong person may be picked up for the crime. And
Right.
you being there to represent this person is the best way to make sure that proper justice is served. Because you may know details that PD may have overlooked, or details that may exonerate your client from any wrongdoing.
Okay.
When you are a victim of a crime, you do not represent. You have a
Right.
vested interest in seeing this person convicted.
Right. All right. That sounds good.
Perfect. Where was I? Okay. You are approached by a client that wants to sue a party for criminal act done against them. When you approach the member of PD, you find out the persons in question are still at large and have not been caught yet. Describes the steps that should be taken to best honor the wishes of your client.
All right. So, like, so say my client might have got hurt or something. They want to sue them civilly, something like that. But that person that they say done that to them ain't been charged and convicted or nothing yet. Is that what you're saying?
They are a victim of a criminal act.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I think we gotta go and let the see if the PD get them. Because PD gonna collect the evidence and all that kind of stuff, and we can maybe use that in our civil case. I mean, I think I have a whole lot stronger case if say they was after somebody, and we could go to court and say, well, we got all this evidence that was used to convict them of the crime, and during the course of this crime, they injured my client, and we seeking some compensation for that. I think we'd have a much stronger case if we did that. Rather than trying to go and get out in front of law enforcement. That's the advice I give my client.
Okay. And the last one. I'm going to send you a court case and then ask you the question. Can you send me an email?
Okay, hold on one second. I ain't good with computers, so it might take me a second, all right?
Yeah, don't you worry.
When you're done that, we're going to train you in a subpoena that just came up. So, Hawthorne, don't do it.
Okay. Okay, so that's all the questions then?
One more. The Vagos one.
Okay, we don't usually do that one anymore. The only reason why is because it can be very hard to articulate that question. So if you want to run through that question, you may, but we usually don't ask that question anymore.
That saves me the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you don't
All
mind,
right.
just give us a few minutes. We're gonna just
All
talk
right.
about bugs and briefly.
All right.
Yeah, so as far as I've seen, he has to know how. He needs to be able to look up things on the well, not MDTR, the penal code a little bit more, but that's about it.
Yeah. I think he's gonna gain a lot from experience more than anything.
Right. I feel he's confident enough to act as a full attorney now.
I agree.
Okay. Good work.
Thank you.
I will pass you some other resources as well to use for questions as well.
Sure.
I'll usually just pull out the written portion and use the questions we have from there. So it's a little less questions, so a little bit more condensed.
You asking me? No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't worried about
Huh?
folks.
Okay, we got some good news and bad news for you.
All right, what's that?
Which do you want first?
Don't make no difference to me.
Okay.
Give him the bad.
The bad? Okay.
Bad.
You're no longer a paralegal.
Oh no, did I get fired?
Ooh. Yes.
You got fired from being a paralegal and are now hired as a lawyer. Congratulations on passing the
Oh,
bar
thank
exam.
y'all. I
Congratulations.
appreciate it.
Told you you had nothing to worry about.
PVK,
Well,
you want to come over here so we can do this?
I tried to study, but I
Sure,
ain't
let me
much
just
on
give him
book
some
learning.
feedback on his exam.
Okay, that works. Sorry, I didn't realize you
Yep.
wanted your feedback.
Only things that I really noticed is when it comes to looking things up on the penal code, you need to be able to see the legal definitions as well as the references at the very top there.
Okay.
That will have resources for where you can find the maximum fines and times, what the legal tools are, etc., etc. It'll give you more knowledge as to the policies on there and help you learn more direct things about the penal code, despite a few changes coming forward.
All right. Look up. Okay. Let me write that down.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And Peter, did you have anything else to add on top of that?
Yeah, so just a little bit of feedback. For the leading question one, leading questions are allowed in cross-examination.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So long as it's relevant to the case. So
yes, it's a leading question, but it does not excuse other objections that you can use.
Okay.
Right. You can, like, if I were to question somebody and it came up that, they had had a drink at some point within that night, and then you proceeded to ask a question, as your first question is, so you have been drinking the night of this incident, correct? That is something you may ask.
Okay. Because you're just basically trying to confirm something they done already said.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't be like. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, you're confirming information that has been stated either by himself or by a witness statement.
Right. But I can't just suddenly be like, so you've been convicted of 10 auto thefts, is my correct? If it ain't got nothing to do with this case.
If it's not relevant, there's a more
Right.
appropriate objection being relevant.
Yeah. I'm thinking there's a couple objections there.
Oh, quite a few.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. And I really thought Bobby was Todd for a second. An abeyance is a suspension of matters.
Suspension.
It's a temporary suspension of matters.
It's a more long-term suspension. Think of it as the continuance, but longer term.
Okay.
We don't use the term that often. It's just one of those little.
It's been used
things.
in one case so far that I know of.
Yeah.
One that I am still waiting to oversee. But unfortunately, no one has come forward with that case.
Yeah, and it's been real quiet the past several months. I mean, I think the whole time I done been a paralegal, it's just been mostly cell calls. I only had the chance to sit in on, I think, maybe one or two cases. So it's been tough to get some, actual experience. You know what I mean? But I plan on, if there's some more cases, and Mr. Danny, want me to second chair with him, I'd be happy to do that.
Okay, excellent.
Get some more learning.
With that in mind, there's actually a case that you are part of that you can act as first chair on officially.
Oh yeah, which case is that?
That would be the civil case that's on the docket.
All right.
Perfect. That's all I have. Congratulations.
Go get your training.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thank y'all. Y'all stay safe out there. It just sound like a bunch of crazy people running around.
Yeah, amen to that.
I just go out this door right over here.
An officer will escort you out.
Oh, all right.
Because I think it's this door out here.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Okay,
I appreciate it.
let's go look at this.
Yes.
So, move
I
on
took
to the
a
next.
brief look while he was.
As you were telling us about it, I was actually Keep working on it. So
Yeah, I wanted to train him with this. So if you want to go to our SOPs, you can go read what the burden is for Twitter subpoenas, which you should know as SAM. Twitter says quit hiding in MRPD. So just so you're aware.
Yep, we made note of that.
Okay.
Question is, are they talking to us or to you?
Well, they don't know where we are. I would hope they don't know where we are.
Sign authority, Kaya Mugs, Twitter handle, Twitter account of @Chadwick. Posted on Twitter that they're looking to buy Oxy, an illegal substance without prescription, gun repairs. Okay, so pretty short subpoena. I would approve this on the basis that it is clearly eliciting felony activity.
First, you want to say that he approved it, but obviously you sign it, and then teach him how to put through the Twitter database, sort of, or request since we can't use the database, but we can request it. If you would just help him with that. Sorry,
I think I see it here.
my anxieties are kind of high right now.
okay, you see how to request in the database.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And once we have that, we will attach it to the item as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, you are stuck with us. We know that.
Okay. Well,
We're talking about those two.
Okay.
I will
Yeah.
take an escort back to the house.
Okay. Just for your safety, would it be okay if I grab you a PD vest to throw on?
Yes, she already requested one. Oh,
I gave her one.
PBK?
Yeah. PBK.
I will take one.
Okay.
Fit. You should still have my size down there, extra small.
Yep. Let me grab it.
Grab one for Forrest too.
Possibly, please. I don't know.
I'm fine with wearing the vest.
Okay.
Piper, Forrest, one of you two, do you guys want to attach to that
I
result?
will not change my lifestyle.
I will.
I know.
To satisfy those who wish to terrorize us.
We could do with.
I still would prefer if you wore a vest under your shirt, but it's ultimately your decision.
I will happily wear a vest without any issues.
Kaya,
But
your
when it comes to
subpoena is
escort
being
duty,
attached
I
right
will
now.
refuse
Your
it
result.
every single
Okay.
time.
And for we'll do it in
And-
said vehicle.
I know you will. But we have to ask.
I know.
And for thank you.
We care about your safety, Forrest.
I know you do, and I appreciate that.
There you go.
Thank you, Conway.
But
Your
I am
result
of
is
the belief
attached.
that my safety should not supersede the safety of others.
While amicable, you're kind of one of the most important people in this city.
Oh, absolutely. I'm one of the more important people, but that doesn't make me any different from anyone else.
That's what you wanted.
That
there's
is.
Gonna, there's gonna be another
I
subpoena.
definitely want that. There's definitely going to be another subpoena. I'm just going to find somebody who needs training to do it. This is going to be good.
I look forward to it. If I'm around.
All right, I can only carry one at a time because I'm a sissy boy today. There you go. Hawthorne, would you like a vest as well?
Yes, he
Yes,
would.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
What about you, Bobby? What are your plans? Bobby?
High as fuck.
Oh,
You should probably go lay down then.
okay.
Oh. Yeah, I want to go somewhere.
Thomas, I'm
and
going to add
see.
you to this Twitter subpoena so you
I'm
can
going
see.
home with Thomas.
Okay.
You're going to like
Ooh,
it.
he said okay.
I think he was
You're
referring
gonna like
to
it a
her,
lot.
not you. I don't know if you realized, but
He still said okay.
Blaze said he's going home with you, and you said okay.
Motherfucker. No.
You
Take a
already
look.
said okay.
2572.
So, what do you think of your first day of justice?
Threatened to be shot, making some penal code changes, doing a bar exam, Twitter subpoena, you know.
Yeah.
Pretty good day.
It's not normally this eventful, I promise you.
I like to keep busy, so I don't mind.
Oh, hold on, I'm struggling to get.
I knew it was going to be Divine.
Oh, you're fine.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be good.
There you go.
We just need to find somebody who wants to learn subpoenas.
There you go.
Huh?
You guys want to toss that
Oh, yeah,
on, and then
on
we
duty.
can.
I think
Jesus
O'Shea
Christ.
does, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Perfect. I need to get to bed, so I will take a ride to the house.
Which house?
My house.
Okay.
It's on Vespucci Beach.
That works out, though, because I think that's where you guys have a house, right? So I can change there.
Okay, sorry, I just had to
Alright.
document that.
Forrest, where did you want to go? Courthouse?
Yeah, I'll go to the courthouse.
Okay. Bobby?
Blaze?
Courthouse.
Bobby Boys.
All right. So, PVK and Piper. Let's go. Thomas, you want to take courthouse or?
I can go courthouse. And I'll meet you guys back
'cause I need your
at Vespucci.
key to go into
Yeah.
your house anyway, so.
Mhm. All right, Forrest and Bobby, you can go with Thomas there.
Be safe, you guys.
Please. And then you two are
Where
with
are we
us.
going?
Perfect.
You're going back to the courthouse
Oh.
as requested.
I have a bong there.
Do you guys know anyone that's trustworthy to upgrade the alarms on my house? I would rather have upgraded alarms on there.
My
if
son.
they're
He can do it.
Okay.
Tell Seth
As
that.
you know, before he was an officer, he was a very, very good criminal.
Please have Seth know that so we can finally get upgraded alarms in the house. We
Yeah,
have
I
3
want-
justices and a chief of police in there.
I agree. Yeah, once he wakes up, I really want to get that. Because we meet Forrest, Atwater, and
Guys need
Fran
locks
live there.
upgraded. Just talk to Boris.
Well, it's does he do lock picking, so the actual locks, or the security alarm, like hacking?
He does the security alarm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I want. I don't really necessarily care about the like locking bit, but I want a cop alarm on it for.
All right. You two are ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
PVK, you're still stuck here.
I am still stuck here, you were correct.
Kaya, do you want to pull? Do you have access to the Landstalker through LSPD?
The regular Landstalker? Yeah.
No, the undercover.
That would be the Alamo, wouldn't it?
Yes. Where are we headed, Kaya?
We're gonna drop PVK at his house, and then we're gonna have Piper change it, either your house or my house.
Okay. Okay, there's a marker in GPS sermon.
Mm-hmm.
This is just insane.
Patrol 1 to dispatch. Be advised, Hawthorne has declined protective detail. He is returning to the courthouse. Piper is with Patrol 1, and PBK is going to bed.
Hawthorne's going to bed too at the courthouse. You might want to, so they don't think they need to watch it.
Sounds like Hawthorne is actually going to bed as well. I don't think he was stupid.
I don't either.
At all.
What, giving the contempt? But
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, though, that's something we need to put as a the narrative out there, because the narrative that they're putting is that someone called me a Karen and he.
There was a lot more to it.
Red fence on your right.
Oh, you live literally right next door to me.
Yep.
You know this, Patrick.
I'm very forgetful. Oh, I didn't know that you lived with. Oh, okay.
I live with Byron and Seth and Max and Walsh.
Okay, so where are we getting changed at?
Right here.
Okay.
We'll go Patrick's side, because it's right here. Okay, go ahead.
Oh. Hi, guys.
You wanted to see the place.
No, I have to sleep here. I have a foreclosure notice.
Oh, no.
Apparently, 3 justices.
Who owns the house? Is it Byron?
I think it's Seth. I gotta... God damn it.
Only want
I
to call
told
on
you I
radio.
had one that even hit a vest.
Currently in a chase leading to a shootout. What can I do for you?
That we
You
have a
can
foreclosure
sleep
notice
here.
on the house.
On our house?
Yes.
I'm in the city. Why am I not being contacted?
I don't know. We have a 22,000 foreclosure notice. I can't get in the house. I'm sleeping with I'm not sleeping with Kaio, but I'm sleeping in
No,
Kaio's place.
Patrick. This is Patrick's place.
Oh, Patrick's place, apparently.
After this.
And Boris, right?
Yep. Patrick and Boris live here.
Okay, apparently he's gonna be shot at soon, so.
Yep.
All those little
They
reindeer
are
things are
shooting.
adorable. Little reindeer burgers.
You can see he doesn't come home often because the Christmas trees
still
fill up.
It's March.
Well, I mean,
But
my
you have
house is-
games you can play. You can dance on this table.
My house still has Christmas stuff up, but we decided to leave it up all year round because of my love for Christmas.
Yeah.
That tracks.
No, Patrick just doesn't get out much.
Doesn't
All
get
right.
in much,
Good
apparently.
night, Peter. Be safe.
Night.
Oh, where's your wardrobe? I need to change out. I'm not sleeping in this damn suit. Oh, it's right here. No, it's not. That's a military grade. Sleep time! Seen blue PVK sleeping. In his boxes. Cool. That's another day of OP down the drain. That was fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. I'm starting to think Kick's discovery kind of sucks. But that may be just because of the day. Because what, we're 0.0 viewers right now? That's unfortunate. I really had faith for the platform. I would still give it a shot. I'll still keep giving it a shot. I got faith in the platform. Yeah, Mag isn't doing amazing either. Cool, we're done. Awesome. I'll see you guys tomorrow. But until then, guys, as always, keep on vibing. Have a great night, guys. Be safe, be kind, and love each other.